SchmutzCast. Welcome. We're back.
Hi.
It's been a minute.
Or like, I don't know about how long it normally has been.
Couple days.
Been a whole 6 days.
We stay pretty
Couple
consistent, honestly.
Couple of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of us.
And honestly, we've
this
stuck
is-
to a schedule.
We stuck to a schedule. This is a month.
Today is a month.
Is this 4 or 5?
This is 4.
This is 4.
Plus
I was thinking this was
the
5 for some reason.
dissect video or the
No,
deep dive.
that's
deep
what
dive.
has me mixed up.
Deep dive makes it 5, but that's not a numbered
Not an official.
episode.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Which go check that out, everybody. Funhouse
Check that out.
Emporium out now. Did a little interview with old Papa Schmutz over here. He's very kind. Go watch the vid. And
Merch.
can we throw like a clip of the? Can you put like a clip over the like the video, like a picture? Like
Yeah.
say I were to hold out my hand right here, and your new logo would just appear.
The new logo. Yeah.
All right,
We're going to put the new logo there, and then we're going to put Funhouse Emporium right here.
right there.
Go stream it.
Go stream it.
It's live.
Go check the YouTube.
Apple Music.
The social media.
Spotify. It's a fucking
literally, It's
Deezer.
on Deezer. It is actually on Deezer. I got the email today.
It's on
Nice.
fucking
It is
Deezer,
on
Morty.
fucking Deezer, Morty. So
So,
yeah.
what do we got? So this week, I didn't put anything on YouTube. I took a break from YouTube and I went full TikTok mode. In the way of I posted 2 TikToks.
That's a lot.
But I figured out this is a lot. This is a lot. And I applaud content creators on YouTube and online. Like, this is a lot.
It's a full-time job.
But I love it. It's great. It's fun. The most feedback I get from people around us is the podcast.
For real?
Yeah,
People been tuning in?
People are into it.
Thank you all. What the hell?
I know.
That's
It
great.
kind of
We've had questions for every episode since we started taking questions.
And we got more today.
That's fun.
And we have more today, which
I love the questions.
does that
Segue?
segue?
That segues,
I don't
but
mean
I
to
also would like to
hijack-
add.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no. This is just as much your all show as it is mine. This question is from next week's guest.
Oh,
We have our
sneak
first
peek.
guest on the next episode of SchmutzCast. It's booked. We have the next 3 episodes of the podcast. We have a guest booked.
Do we really?
3 separate guests.
Can you?
Well, let's go ahead and name drop them. I think they'd be okay with it.
Can we? Are you sure? Because we don't want to give them a little tease, and
Or we're gonna tease them because regardless, they're gonna be on the pod. These 3 guys
Hey, before
have
we
been.
say the guest, John is not off the podcast.
Yeah,
He's just-
John.
No,
is
yeah,
still
John
on
is
the
still a
podcast.
main member of
He
SchmutzCast.
is just absent.
I would say this is 2 in a row. I don't want
Yeah.
people to think,
He
I
had
guess the long-haired guy's
he had a
gone.
really good
No.
weekend in Nashville,
He had a
and we
prior
applaud him for
engagement.
He
it.
is on
Yeah.
his way back.
We
right now.
are happy to say that John is not absent of
Yeah,
the
right.
podcast itself. Just
Boy,
for
if
these
you
2.
saw the Snapchats that we saw, yuck.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
He had
individual.
himself a debaucherous night in the home of country music.
He had a disgusting weekend for a disgusting man. That's
Yes.
I can't wait till he gets back,
We're gonna have
and we can
we're
just
gonna have
say
a
all
lot
of this right to his face.
We can have a lot of
absolutely.
questions for him too. Having a whole weekend down in a
we
historical
might have to have a
location
whole
like that.
segment. Be like, so,
What'd you do?
are you pissing sweet now or something?
I told him.
Are you okay?
I Snapchatted him. I said, if you're gonna miss SchmutzCast on Sunday, I said you better bag you a MILF.
Oh my God, bro.
You better bag you a Nashville baddie.
Disgusting, bro. Disgusting.
He said I'm on
The
it.
Snapchats were lit though. It looked lit. In the
Oh, yeah, it
club.
looked really fun.
He was in there
It
with
looked really
the EDM country, the hip hop.
The hip
I
hop,
heard the
bro.
hip-hop
I
playing.
guarantee
I
it's a
hate that
staple.
shit.
Oh,
so
that
much.
shit sucks, bro.
That's why I can't go to Nashville.
So-
That's like all it is.
It's all it is.
So
yeah.
guests.
Oh, yeah, my-
guests.
I'm gonna throw the guests' names out
Back
there.
to 'em.
Next week, we have my main man, Spencer Cornwell, on the podcast. And actually, ironically, he is the question that's being asked.
You already told them that.
So,
It's lit.
it's lit. Week afterwards,
Yeah.
Thomas Filmer will be on the podcast.
Filmer.
We're gonna have our man Thomas Filmer. We're
Oh,
gonna have
hell
us
yeah.
a music schmutzcast again.
Oh,
Shades of
another
episode
music
1.
cast.
You know what I was thinking about that on the way over here? The last couple ones, we haven't really talked all that much about music.
No, we've shied away.
I think I think there's a lot to be said about music, but I think we did say a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So and realistically, you all are musically
I mean, we could talk about music the whole time, but that would just be boring.
Yeah. And I think that there's a lot in the future, like with you all releasing music, we're going to have episodes specific to that. And I'm sure when you release, we're going to talk about it on the main SchmutzCast. So those things will be discussed. I think music is one of those things that's always going to be recurring in this podcast.
Yeah.
I really think, because like our first episode was almost 3 to 3.5 hours of purely music.
We talked a lot about music.
Yeah.
Exactly. And week 3.
Week 3.
3 weeks out from today.
Okay.
We have booked the man, the myth, the legend, Wyatt Shirley.
Oh, yes, sir.
So we have 3 weeks of Moneybag podcasts coming
if you all
very
don't
soon.
tune in, you aren't allowed to watch again. You're banned.
Banned.
From SchmutzCast.
And this is free. Why not listen?
It's literally free.
It's free. It's free.
I say I've never met Spencer personally, but I know.
What?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
He's super nice fella. Yeah, he's so nice.
One of the smartest fucking guys.
Was he the one that you were talking about last
smart.
week when we were talking about Star Wars? The guy that was really into it?
No, that's Chris. He's gonna be on here, but he he's a busy guy. He's got a kid. He's
got adult things to do.
And Spencer has 2 kids.
We don't.
So, but
for the record,
I've been we don't have any children.
Have children.
We do not have children.
Thank every God
Happy
possible.
not the Father's Day.
Happy.
So Spencer, I've had him in mind for a long time, even before the podcast started.
You've had him in mind?
Yeah, he's my baby.
Wow. All right, bro.
Well, he's probably one of our most loyal viewers, and I'm going to get to the question because he mentions that in the question.
Yes. Thank you, Spencer, for the question.
This one's a fucking doozy, and I'm so excited for it.
I can't wait.
So this comes from Spencer Cornwell. How many third graders could you reasonably fight off before you're overwhelmed?
Oh.
P.S. The show is killer and a big help for the 3 a.m. commute every morning. Keep chasing your dreams, kings.
Woo! That warms our heart.
What a guy.
I love
what
it.
a fucking pal. What a fucking
That's
pal.
an excellent question.
Let's dig in.
For the record. So how many third graders?
Yeah, let's see what you got. What
Third
are you
graders?
thinking?
There are some modestly, reasonably sized third graders.
My nephew is probably the biggest third grader you'll ever see in your life. He looks like he's in junior high.
That's nuts.
It's fucking insane. The top of his head comes up to like maybe my chin.
Like, do you all remember being in third grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a little pussy in third grade, though.
Bro, I was getting into
had the
worst
small
of
class
shit.
though. We won't dox your school, but you had the small class.
Oh yeah, I only had shit. It's
You think?
there might have been 15 kids.
Okay. Do you think you could right now take your classroom back then?
Yeah.
You'd.
Oh yeah, 300%.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
even at that school,
if they're all
LT
coming
knows
at 15, that's a lot of.
That school had 3rd and 4th grade together and 5th and 6th grade in the same classroom.
Yo.
Dude, children are vicious.
you were in the same 3rd and 4th grade as me, right?
Yeah,
So
we were
yeah.
we were at a Catholic school.
Yeah, and but even all 3rd and 4th grade at that school, I could easily take on myself.
No, bro.
I think I
I
could.
don't
Bro,
know.
honestly, one
People
fucking straight kick to the
No,
face. They're
bro.
done.
They're all
bro.
like belly button height to me, bro. Like I can
Children. Bro, you say that, but then one gets you from behind, and they
Here's the
they
thing.
latch
Bro, you
on,
grab him by the
know?
hair and you fucking
No,
launch
it's
him.
not that
Listen
easy.
to me,
Because when
listen
you
to
do
me.
that, there's another 2 tackling you at your knees and like punching at you and stuff. No, we underestimate the
I've got
kids,
the weight
bro.
of 3 of them.
I have to admit.
So if you're fighting 20 of them, what are you gonna do? They back you in a wall against a wall
Okay,
or something?
so if you're fighting one of those big fucking basketball poles, not the ones in the ground, but the ones with the heavy in the base with the bags on top of it.
Yeah.
You're going to fight one of those. You're not picking it up. You're not picking it up. You can punch it all you want. You're not picking it up. That's me. They're not going to pick me
comparing
up.
yourself
yourself to a fucking driveway
They're gonna
basketball
topple
goal.
you.
This is the
He's like
strangest
basketball
fucking
goals and
comparison.
children, yeah.
I guess that applies.
It works, doesn't it? I mean, whether it's...
Spencer didn't ask
kind
if you
of.
could fight a fucking basketball.
Who's gonna be
pole.
fighting
He
a
asked if we
basketball
could
pole?
fight
I wish
children.
somebody would have. I've been thinking about it all my life.
I think maybe maybe 10, bro. Maybe 10.
Comparing
Of them.
yourself to a basketball hoop.
Don't I look
Bro.
like a basketball goal to you?
No. No.
What are you, a fucking
Your
robot?
head looks like a basketball. I dribble the fuck out of you, bro. Yeah.
God, I don't know if that's like flirting or not.
God.
If
No,
you walk
it was
up,
not.
If you
It
walk
was
up to a
not.
bitch and say, I could dribble the fuck out of you.
It's different when you say that to a woman, versus the person you're on a podcast with.
I've put thought into this before. If I can't remember the contents of where the question was.
Weight of dribbling or
No, of if you could fight a class of third graders. If you could fight a class of third graders.
Okay, yeah.
And Ethan and I were talking about it, actually.
Sure.
And
So this is a common question. This is the first time
Oh,
I've heard
I mean, I've heard this question.
This is a passing thought that I've had before.
How many times
and-
do you think about beating the fuck out of third graders?
It's like more than you'd like to know.
Kids piss me off.
Anytime a kid pisses me off, I'm like, damn, I could fucking punt a third grader.
I
No,
just
the
want to
key-
give him a hug.
The key is
Jesus Christ.
you just
Be like,
got
sorry you're having
regardless.
a bad day. Regardless.
If you
Sorry
if
about
you
that.
if you take down the biggest one, all the smaller ones run away.
Yeah.
It's primal. They see the biggest, strongest one get beat down, then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I don't have a chance."
You're going for the herd mentality.
Yeah,
So are you just gonna?
they're just little animals.
So
dude.
it's like your
They're just
first
little
day in
animals.
prison, your first day at school, you walk right up to the biggest third grader and just smack the fuck out of him,
Just kick him right in the head, knock him out.
and then all the other kids would
They're like,
be
"Oh,
scared.
They're like, "Oh shit, maybe we can't win."
What do you think about this strategy?
I don't know. My first strategy is go in fucking swinging. I'm sweet chin musicking the fuck out of these kids, bro. You ever seen John Cena where he throws them up over his shoulder and just fucking hoofs them? I'm on that.
Are we allowed to use instruments of torture or terror or things in the environment around us?
Well, I
guess
mean,
it's like
realistically, you're
arena-style
talking third graders.
combat.
These kids will die from a fucking peanut if you wave it in front of their nose.
Well,
so, like,
only a couple of them.
yeah, it depends. You could
Do we
knock
have
out half
allergy
the herd
records?
with a fucking
Okay,
peanut.
Do we have
let's
allergy
stipulate
records?
it's in a nut-free zone.
Nut-free zone.
Okay.
So I can't bring my nuts, huh?
No nuts. No nuts. It's a
nuts.
nut-free
No
zone.
nuts. No
Are
nuts.
there? Is it like just like say a warehouse, or is it like outside or something? Because if there's trees, I could
See, I picture like an arena type thing, like an arena type.
I'm picturing
setting.
a classroom.
Oh, just in a normal.
They're third grade.
Even better.
That is a classroom.
You walk into their
Oh my god!
classroom
And they all just start
and
attacking
they
you.
attack you. Like I feel like
You remember those smartboard pens?
Yeah.
I stab a motherfucker with one of them, bro.
What?
No fucking yak.
Oh, I'm surprised you never actually did that while you were in school.
I was tempted.
Yeah.
I had been tempted.
I know getting
One of those
bullied must have been
fucking
rough, buddy.
felt
Yeah, no, I
markers.
was bullied all the time.
No, that's tough.
Bro, a third grader, literally just think about it. You fucking
yeah.
straight put the bottom of your boot to their face.
Bro.
It sends them.
I don't know though. It's like
Plus, they cry, bro. They don't
cry,
have that
but
fight.
if it's like a life, if the kids are told
These are rabid third
yeah,
graders.
these are rabid.
rabid
These
third
kids have
graders.
like rabies or something. Like,
Okay, they have rabies, but they don't have testosterone. They haven't hit puberty.
they don't need testosterone. There's fucking
is true.
30 of them.
Yes, but the testosterone is what builds us men to like be
Well,
like,
sure.
oh, you're on my turf, let's fight.
We're grown men. Yeah, sure, we could beat the fuck out of children if we really wanted to.
Exactly.
But like,
and if I got it, I'm
once
gonna
you
do
hit a
it.
certain point, there's just too many of them. There would be too many.
Nah, bro.
What's your number? What's your number?
Oh yeah, that's what the original.
What's your
question
numbers?
120, maybe.
You are so fucking obtuse, Lucas.
Bro, easily.
kids.
No.
Just
Easily.
sprinting
That
at
is
you,
fucking
and you're just gonna go
absurd.
boom, 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 boom,
Bro,
boom.
this
That
elbow,
is
this
just
elbow
fucking
hurts,
absurd.
bro. Fucking yak on the top of their head, bro. They're done. They're walking around like they lost their fucking cranium.
Oh my god!
120, easy.
I think
easy.
I think I could handle a classroom, but not 120 fucking
Easy money, easy
screaming
money.
kids.
And why I
with their
say
claws out
120
coming at
is
you.
eventually I'll get tired and be done.
You're not gonna be.
But
tired
I'm
after
saying
like
literally
50 of
one
them?
swing, I think I could take out a fucking
120?
I think I could take out a third grader with one punch or one kick. One apiece. And
What
I
if
think
you miss kick? You're not gonna have any miss kicks, and then they get to jump on you.
If
They
they're
trip you. What if they trip you?
if they're
and
swar-
start stomping?
One comes,
sitting
one
in
comes
one
from behind,
spot and
takes
I'm
out your
fucking
plant
bat.
foot.
Bat. I'm going.
They're gonna
I'm-
get you down. You're
And
gonna
if
have to
they're
use the
sprinting at you, bro,
self-revive.
you don't miss. If they're crowding you, you don't miss.
Bro,
You just start swinging. You're
This
gonna
is
hit one.
not Call of Duty Zombies. You do
If
not
you
get,
do a spinning back fist or something, bro, you might clear out 4 or 5 of them. 120.
When was the last time you punched somebody, much less a child?
When was the last time you punched a child?
Yeah, bro. You never. Wait, do you have experience in this? You're like, oh, I've taken down 20 before.
Okay, I punched
so
a child when
120.
I was a child, if that counts.
Sure, that counts.
I punched
Does
many
count.
children as a child.
I would prefer you say that rather than last week.
Well, I'll say
It's like, I just beat the fuck out of my nephew before we got on the show.
my days of throwing hands have been done for a couple of years now. I don't get involved.
We could talk about the Fight Club, but we shouldn't talk about the Fight Club.
Well, this Fight Club was more fun to talk about.
Spoke about a lot.
Yeah.
So Fight Club was Friday Night Fights is what it was called. It was called Friday Night Fights at our buddy's house.
I almost forgot about.
I would literally drive
About
home
Friday
from
night
school
fights.
from college just
for Friday
to
night
go
fights?
to Friday Night Fight Club.
Yeah, this shit was nuts.
3-hour drive.
We were, we were legal adults.
Legal consenting adults.
Consenting adults. I won't say what our age was just because there was alcohol involved. Maybe we were legal. Maybe
We were
weren't.
21.
We were 21 easily.
Easily.
So on this night, every weekend, Friday night, we'd go out into the yard at this old farmhouse and just
There was quite a lot of us too.
quite a lot.
I think most in one night. There was like 20 people.
Oh,
there,
Oh yeah,
something like
Yo,
that.
and
yeah,
it's usually it starts out. We get some drinks in us. It starts flowing,
Right.
and then somebody calls somebody out, and that's the start.
They're like, you just say that to me, you motherfucker.
Let's take it to the yard. Let's take it to the yard.
Bro.
I don't know how many fucking times. I think that's where the one pull originated with Stilger's shirt.
The one pull?
The one pull.
Oh shit!
I think that's where that originated.
We should have a segment on the podcast where he's not on the podcast. He just shows up to rip his shirt off and
He just
leaves.
stands right here and just rips his
He
shirt
just
off.
rips it right off,
one pull.
and then he smiles, and then he's on his way.
It was a very interesting time. I feel so fucking weird about it now because it sounds so fucking dumb to tell anybody that wasn't there.
I mean,
but it was a
I don't
blast.
think it's bad.
I mean, I don't know, bro. It was kind of fun.
It was a blast.
Dude, I've never even fought anybody. Me and there's like a small handful of people that never fought anybody. I know Joe didn't fight
Joe
anybody either.
didn't.
Dude,
But,
I fought every fucking weekend.
I had
Yeah,
so much fun
it
just
was
smoking.
fun.
I just ripping darts from the porch watching you guys just beat the
Keep
shit out
threw
of each
down
other.
with a couple people.
Oh, yeah,
It
bro,
was so much.
fun.
It was so much fun to watch.
I
Though.
remember
I was
almost-
fun watching.
The last one I did, I almost beat Stilger, and then we were on the ground.
And he used his
And-
weight.
Yeah, and he just rolled over on top of me, and he's like twice my size. So I thought I was about to throw up, dude. I was like, you're pushing on the wrong parts of me, Stilger. He's like, tap out. I'm like, fuck you, no.
You used to drink back then too, so you were
I
probably
still,
drunk.
I've been getting back
Hey,
into it a
he's
bit
actually
more.
been drinking
That's
quite
what
a
I've
bit.
heard.
A bit more. The tequila Keibler's
comparatively.
been.
Tequila Keibler's back.
It's
I feel
fun.
like it was Tequila Keibler on Friday nights too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
there was one night, and me and Ethan still talk about it to this day. Everybody knows the Ethan story. That was the one that was one of the last
Oh,
fight nights.
I wasn't there. I was in Tennessee.
You weren't there?
No.
Bro, that one was bad. Yeah, because, every once in a while, if we were consenting, we would throw hands. Like, if everybody in the fight was okay with it, we'd throw hands.
Yeah, sure.
We would either do body only or I fucking had some face ones. But me and Ethan said grapples only on one.
Oh yeah.
And I went, and we were getting a little intense.
Oh.
And usually I say there's no animosity most of the time that we did that.
Oh, it was gentlemanly fights.
It was gentlemanly,
But
But
it
it's
was
like a boxing club.
in a
there
white
was
trash type of
intensity,
way.
but then you hop
white
up.
trash boxing club.
You hop up with your
Yeah,
grass
yeah.
stains on your skin and your cuts from the grass, and you just shake the guy's
You
hand.
feel
and
like a man.
You say, "All right, my fight's done for the night."
Yeah.
And rarely does somebody do 2 in a night, but a lot of times it happens.
Sometimes the more you drink,
Me and Ethan had one, and it was getting really intense, and he had me cinched in a headlock, and I hit him with a knee like this, and he loosened up a little bit. I swerved my head out, and somehow I flipped around behind him, and we were standing up, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for a headlock. I go for the headlock, bust him right here in the fucking head. Blast him. We go to the ground and we slam the ground.
Yeah.
And he starts fucking elbowing me real hard. And I'm like, all right, what's going on? And he fucking shoves me off, goes inside. and we have a screaming match. We're fucking
it was
yelling at each
fucking
other.
insane.
It was
Oh, damn it! Why wasn't I there?
that was the most intense fight of fight nights ever, and that was the non-contact.
The best part
Bro,
was
that
I was
was
on the
bullshit.
fucking porch, and I wasn't even paying that close attention. I was talking to somebody, but he walks up to the porch like hauling ass into the house, and he had a big ass busted lip. I think that's what got him.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, so I
and
guess I
he
hit
almost
him right
fucking
here,
he almost ran me over because I wasn't even paying attention, and he was just in a beeline straight to the house.
He was probably going to get the cigs.
No, he went to get fucking. It was either ice or water or something.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
bleeding really fast.
Yeah,
he
it was a big old.
He had he had a
you
big ass
whopped him.
cut right here.
And you
Yeah.
mopped him.
Yeah, there was a big fight about that, and I was drunk, so I was fully in defense of myself. Like I was like,
Oh,
"Fuck
yeah.
you, bro! I didn't do it."
Piece of shit.
Oh my god! He's like, it's an accident.
I remember getting I came back because I was in Tennessee visiting family, and I came back and you all were like, "Bro, did you hear about what happened this weekend?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "Yeah, Lucas and Ethan got in a fucking fight at fight night," and I was like, "That happens every weekend." And they were like, "No," like they actually got in a fight, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh,
Well, he
yeah."
did when he got off of me, and and was
Oh,
doing those
God.
elbows. He turned around and fucking mopped me one, and it fucking
yeah.
hurt my nose like a motherfucker. And then I swung on him, hit his fucking ribs, and I felt his ribs around my fucking knuckles.
You
And
did,
I was
bro.
like, I was honestly worried that I may have just broke a fucking rib.
I mean, maybe you did.
Because I swung as hard as I fucking could. Because I was so drunk. I was drunk
No,
as shit.
I know. Dude, we had some.
That
some
was
of
the
those,
meathead days, because that was when everybody was like
The meat.
Everybody
like,
was lifting.
like,
Everybody
every
was
day.
Oh
jacked.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were all going to the gym.
We were all fucking fit, and we were all ready to fight at all times.
You remember? Oh man, the drinking. You remember? What was it you would drink? The Red Stag.
oh the red
Stag.
stag. yeah.
Stag, bro.
And the stag is the reason I drank the lighter fluid.
I was hoping I was gonna bring that up if you didn't bring
The
it up.
lighter fluid story, bro.
That's probably one of the best stories that I hate. Like
Oh
it's
my
such a
God.
good story, but it was the worst fucking thing ever.
Oh my god! I could never get the image of Stilger dumping the lighter fluid on the candle that was next to your can, and I just see him get it all over the can, and I was like, oh man.
He kept squirting it
And then-
until the candle
and then,
was
like-
just full of lighter fluid, and he was
It
like,
was a half
Yeah,
done
he was like-
candle.
he was like,
and he
why the
filled
fuck-
it with lighter fluid over the wicks.
He was like, "Why the fuck won't this light?" We were like, "Bro," we were like, "You just," and he was just squirting it. Oh,
It,
I
like,
just remember turning around
yeah.
like 10 minutes later, and I see you take a drink from that can, and I was like, oh no.
yeah, because I was rocking the bottle of Stag and then chasing it with the Mountain Dews that
Mountain
Stilger
Dew.
had in his fridge. And I take that rip and I throw back. The way I do it is I don't chase. I know I'm a pussy, whatever. Throw down a little bit of the soda, throw down a shot of the liquor, and then chase that with
Yeah.
the soda.
That's a good process
Yeah.
to do it too.
So
like,
I hit the Mountain Dew first, didn't taste it until the Stag was in my mouth. I was like, oh my God, this Stag tastes terrible.
Yeah.
And then it hits my stomach, and it's like, my stomach is like imploding on impact.
Yeah, I mean, you
And
did.
I'm like, oh fuck, what's going on? So I drink more of the Mountain Dew to try to
oh yeah.
I thought it was the Stag
Oh,
that was the problem.
Dude, it was nuts. It was. I remember he's sitting there in the porch, and he takes the drinks or whatever, and he's sitting there, and he just goes, oh, and he doesn't even make it on his legs to the end of the porch. He collapses halfway through, and he's just laying on the porch like a fucking caterpillar.
I slammed
with
my
his
head, too.
Yeah, with your head hanging off the porch. So it's like,
I slammed my head.
if
my
this
head,
bottle,
it
if
went
this
over
yeah,
and
like
fucking
if the
clapped
cap
my
is
head.
your head, and this is the porch, you're hanging off like this, just projectile vomiting
my God.
off the
It
porch.
was terrible.
holy
And he's
shit.
just he gets done vomiting the first time, and he goes, cigarettes, Red Stag. He's like, no Mountain Dew. We were like,
Mountain Dew,
we were
no
like,
Mountain Dew.
oh God. We were like, oh God. So I bring you a cigarette, and I remember you just kept puffing it in between, occasional
Yakking.
breaks to vomit. and then somehow you started crawling, and you crawled off of the porch, and you ended up in the yard.
And when you got me the bottle stack, I remember my face was on the fucking ground, and I was putting the fucking bottle to my face like this on the ground.
Yeah.
And I was throwing it down, and I was smoking that cigarette, and it was halfway done. And I forgot that I even had it, and I had somebody else bring me another one, and I ended up with 2 somehow. And I was like, how did this fucking happen?
Damn, what time? We finally got you in later that night.
It was at least an hour. I was profusely vomiting for at least 30 minutes.
They drug that big-ass trash can over, right? You slept on his couch.
I slept on the couch, and there was that big dumpster trash can, and like
dumpster.
Yeah,
it was, bro. That night was terrible.
I don't know how much. I don't think I've ever puked more in a 24. I definitely haven't in a 24-hour period.
I'm glad I didn't spend the night, bro. Fuck that shit. Stilger must have been pissed.
No, Stilger was.
Or did he think it was funny?
I would picture him being hospitable about that.
Dude, he was so nice to me. Yeah. He brought me a wet wash rag to put on my fucking forehead.
Okay,
see, I could see.
Like,
I could see
the man.
Did he give you shit about it at least?
Oh yeah, he's like, you're a pussy. And I was like, well, I drank lighter fluid because of you, and he's like, well, get over it. And he brought me ice water. He brought me a fucking wet wash rag, and I'm like, this is my guy.
What a dog,
I could see. I could see him taking care of you in that.
That's cute.
What a fucking those years.
Was that your meet cute with Stilger? He's like, honestly, I drank lighter fluid at his house, and he took care of me when I was sick.
He might have dumped it in the can, but he didn't know.
He didn't know. It was really cute of him.
He didn't mean to.
Those years were some of the best years of my life. Like,
yeah,
I look very fondly back on fight
the weekends at least.
Fight nights, Friday night fight nights, dude.
And then we'd go back Saturday, no fights. We're just chilling.
No fights.
Like Saturday nights, we'd go back, go hang out. We're just having drinks. You know, getting inebriated and doing our thing.
Of course.
Play video games, whatever. But Friday nights, we were outside the entire time. Yeah. And fights were picked. There was not a single Friday night when we were doing Friday night fights that somebody just didn't pick a fight with somebody.
Yeah, it was
all
fun.
It took was a couple drinks, and nobody was drinking beer back then. We were all liquored up.
Oh, yeah.
There was not a lot of beer involved.
It was always liquor.
It was liquor.
I think...
beer was rare.
Didn't we make an agreement that we were only going to drink tequila for the rest of the month?
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, well, let's start.
September is the month of the tequila.
Can we? You want
tequila month?
Tequila September?
I'm in.
Heritage is gonna.
Can I get a break?
Better.
Can I get a break on Heritage?
No.
You gotta walk around that bitch with a cup of tequila sunrise, dude.
Bro, I will be vomiting everywhere.
It'll be beautiful. Especially if it's like hot as fuck outside still too.
Well,
we're just all walking around with tequila and orange juice.
So the
cups.
next pod will be September, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have cups of tequila in this bitch.
No. The next pod will be the 28th.
Well, okay. Well, we'll have a pod.
We got one more beer pod
after Heritage, right? Well,
yeah.
I'm
gonna be hungover as fuck.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I might make it to that pod,
bro. I feel like we have to.
We have to,
because a hungover from a fucking festival, that kind of pod is gonna be interesting.
I was talking to John. He said that he's for sure gonna have a party this year. He's gonna have a bunch of people over. We could do a little short video while we're at the fucking party.
We'll just replace the pod with some fucking cuts of the party
live from Heritage. We do a special episode of John.
I kind of like the thought of that. That'd be kind of sweet.
That would be really cool.
We ought to talk to John.
See if we could run the pod.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
We could have people in and out of the pod throughout the fucking night.
I was gonna say people could perform. People could perform at John's place. I'm surprised he's not doing that.
They should. Maybe. I mean, hell, he's probably gonna invite everyone from the old Butterface days.
Right. Oh boy.
Jesus.
we can get the boys back together and play the party.
Back in town.
So y'all been watching anything? Shows? Movies?
I mean, there's this one coming out in December that I'm like super interested in.
What's that?
It's Avatar 2. It's the follow-up.
I've heard that's derivative of Dances with Wolves.
Well, it's not just derivative. It's an exact copy. It's just they're in space.
I'm going to start screaming.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for James Cameron's Avatar 2. All I'm saying, bro.
I love a good continuing joke.
Jake Sully!
Jake Sully!
Bro, the Na'vi people, it's just such an inspiring story.
Inspiring
bro.
story.
And it's coming out this December. I'm going to 3D IMAX or whatever the fuck it's called.
Did you see? It's a news story. Maybe I could
Didn't
pull
see
it
it.
up. It's this Native American woman that won an Oscar a long fucking time ago.
Turn your phone off, man.
Man's got his ringer on.
What
How
are you doing?
unprofessional, bro.
What the fuck?
The whole time I gotta check to make sure my ringer's not on. I got vibrate, bro.
So there's this Native American woman that won an Oscar a long fucking time ago, and when she won it, she got booed, and like John Wayne said that he was gonna beat the fuck out of her or something.
Yeah,
like
because she accepted the Oscar for somebody else, right? Yeah.
And they just now in 2022 issued an apology to her.
What?
Yeah.
Is she even still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be at the whatever's the next time.
She's older than fucking dirt.
I was gonna say, how long ago was this? If John Wayne was involved,
quite a while ago.
I
don't know.
That had to have been so fucking long ago.
Yeah,
she has to be old as
he
shit
really
now.
did almost just beat the fuck out of her though.
He's publicly stated that he wanted to fucking hurt her.
Yeah.
Which back then was not a big deal to them.
They
but
didn't like American
nowadays,
Indians back then, man.
That's not cool.
They did not like the American Indian community.
I'm trying to figure out this mic stand, bro. This shit ain't.
Unprofessional ass motherfucker. He's fucking with the mic
your damn
stand.
phone goes
His
off.
phone's going off. He's drinking beer, not tequila.
I know.
First of all.
Well, it's beer August.
Okay. Are we doing? We're not.
August to brews.
Are we doing sober October?
No.
Nope.
No.
Pass.
Pass. We leave that to Joe Rogan and the people who can afford to be sober.
Yeah. They have great lives
They have enough
outside
money.
of the podcast.
They have enough money to not drink.
Our good lives start and end here.
I don't know how y'all drink in the daytime though. It's like it's tough, man.
Dude, people give me shit about how much how much foods I can drink with beer. Eggs in the morning,
What?
beer.
Oh, that's just alcohol. That's just alcoholism.
No.
That's just alcoholism.
Not
Nobody
every
drinks
fucking
beer
morning.
with eggs. Jesus.
If I'm out camping, like if we're at Megan's camper, and her dad makes eggs, what am I gonna drink? Water? Pond water?
Coffee, orange juice,
OJ.
I'm not a
apple
coffee
juice.
guy. I will shit my fucking pants if I drink coffee. I have a bad thing with coffee.
No, coffee does suck. It smells really good.
I love
but
coffee.
It smells
hate
great,
the
but I
taste.
can't
so much
stand it.
fucking
Hate the
coffee.
taste.
It makes me shit myself.
That's hilarious, actually.
It's like what's
That actually makes me really happy.
it's a laxative. It's a laxative. It fucks
You
me
shouldn't
up.
have told us that.
Never
Now
slipped
we're gonna
coffee.
start
I
slipping
started
in
slipping
coffee.
him some espressos
Yeah.
in his beers.
Oh no!
I won't say that.
We'll do it when you're
drink coffee.
super drunk, so that when you don't notice the
even
coffee
better.
shots, we'll be like,
Well,
bro.
then I'll wake the fuck up and I'll be like, you motherfucker.
Something's wrong.
Oh, yo,
Something's off with my
suddenly
Michelob.
waking up.
I'm suddenly very awake.
Who slept me rhino pills?
Why is my dick hard for longer than 9 hours?
Bro.
Dude, speaking of coffee.
those-
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, I was gonna say those gas station like the rhino pills. Those motherfuckers have got to be crazy, right?
Well, I wonder what's in
Who
those.
buys those?
I was about to say, who the fuck buys those
Who buys
pills?
that shit? Because you always see them, and they're never like all there. There's always a couple that are missing.
Curious how
Well,
long
you
the
know, a
shelf life
crackhead
is for
might not
those.
be able to get their dick up, so rhino
Well,
pills
I know
might be hitting.
the B12 pills. They have those because the motherfuckers that do whippets, they have to take they
have to
like
take
crack the
B12?
nos or whatever. They have to take B12 because if you do enough whippets, you can get a B12 deficiency in your brain, and it's not good.
You just keel over.
I mean, you don't just keel over. It's just really, really bad for you.
I say whippets kill brain cells, don't they?
I mean, not
is that just a
not
rumor, or
exactly.
is
It's
it
just
a-
the absence of oxygen. I mean, we don't have to go into the science of it, but it's not good for you. Clearly,
It's not. No, it's
not
obviously not
clearly.
good for you.
No
but-
one is doing whippets and thinking of a health perspective generally.
This will do me good in the long run.
Yeah, like you've seen the videos of Steve-O doing whippets. Have you all seen those?
Insane, bro.
Dude, he cracks like 8 of them in a row before he breathes again. Like it's not good.
Bro, I love
He was
Steve-O.
deep in
I
that
love
shit.
his story. Like, oh my god, the fact that he is stone cold sober now after all the
Nuts.
drugs that he did.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And like he just had Bam Margera on Wild Ride Pod.
What?
Yes.
Bam?
Bam was
I thought
on
Bam
the Wild
was
Ride
on
Pod.
Ghost mode, bro.
Well, he was in rehab.
Yeah.
He was in rehab, and like he got kicked out of Jackass. They explain it all in that podcast. Yeah, check that out.
He got, I knew
That
he got,
shit's
because he got kicked
fucking
out because he couldn't
crazy.
fucking stay sober, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was some along
That
those
sucks.
lines.
That's sad as
Yeah,
fuck.
and like, yeah, he was. You can tell in the podcast that he's still kind of like a little fucked up by it.
Yeah.
Like he's way different than he was. Like,
I mean, you
he's
don't
a different
spend
person.
your whole lifetime doing copious amounts of drugs and getting hit in the head as a career and not, suffer some consequences.
Steve-O's doing great though. Steve-O's probably my favorite YouTube channel on YouTube.
Really?
Like he'll put up like nice 11, 12-minute videos, and it just like things of his past or like current things. His dog, have you all seen his dog, Wendy?
No.
He went to Peru and found this street dog.
Oh, yeah. I have seen that.
That's all you had to
Dude,
say, bro.
that is like the coolest story to me. It
Yeah.
fucking warms my heart. Like I'm a dog guy through and through,
Sure.
and I think
We're all dogs here.
I'm a dog roof. How do you segue from that? Well,
I don't, what were we talking about? I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something.
you were talking about Dances with Wolves, and we're gonna move from that.
We're moving on. What a great movie, though.
Well, okay, so one thing, I'm going to bring it up on the pod, because anybody that wants this to happen, let us know. I thought about a new idea, and we
Okay.
talked about it last week, but I really think it'd be a cool one.
Sure.
We make a special episode of the pod, a nice 20-minute, 30-minute thing
In and
after our
out.
normal pod, and we watch a movie either together or we have an assignment of a movie to read that somebody sends, or a movie to read, a movie to watch. Somebody sends it to us, we watch it, review it on a short little 20, 30-minute little conversation.
I completely forgot that conversation, if I'm being honest. I remember it now. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a
Especially
huge
if we do,
movie
like, really
guy. I
shitty
love
movies, too.
Yes, give me, dude. I saw a meme the other day, and I really can't say much about it because I am a white man. But there's this thing that says, "Don't Google space movie 1993." I'm not gonna put it on the screen because I don't want the pod to see it, but I want you all to see it. Let me get over here. So if you type in, and people at home, you can look this up. This is probably the wildest thing ever.
Oh, God.
But I don't endorse this
Wait,
whatsoever.
I
We
think-
we don't endorse this whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
Space movie 1993.
That's, I don't know about that one.
I think
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
That's, how'd you even hear about that?
It was on a meme.
I think I
Jesus.
saw Danny Brown say something about it before too. if
Oh,
I'm being
my
honest.
God.
What a fucking like. What a.
It
like,
sounds more like a porno than an actual
That's what I was
movie.
gonna say.
Yeah.
It may have been a porno,
A
but
pornography.
once I typed in space movie 1993, saw that, I was like, all right, I don't
my
need to see
God.
anymore.
This is
I
no-
don't need to see
There's
anymore.
no Stagnetti's Revenge here, bro.
Dude, Stagnetti's Revenge, a great flick. Let's be real here.
Well,
I
something's
have
flicking
no idea
in
what
it,
you're talking
you know?
about. What is it?
Victor Stagnetti?
Victor
You don't know about Victor Stagnetti, bro?
Stagnetti's Revenge?
Quite a great
Oh,
film.
boy.
You know how they say the second movie's never as good as the first? Stagnetti's Revenge is one
There's
of
more
those
than one of
films.
these.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you?
Victor
what is it?
Stagnetti.
Victor It was a.
He
guys just keep
deserves an
saying his
Oscar.
name.
It was a.
It was an adult film.
It was an adult film based on
Pirates of the
Johnny
Caribbean.
Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was actually, it had a really good story.
It had quite the plot,
It
I
had
gotta
quite
say.
the plot.
Enough to where we watched it, skipped the sex scenes.
Yeah, we
get the story.
really actually watched it for the plot. It was very chaotic because it would
You jump back and forth, and then
Very
you're
good.
getting
Did
such
you
a
guys
good
watch
plot.
This together?
There was a lot of people here.
There was at least like 6 people here.
Yeah.
And we watched Victor Stagnetti's
We've broken
Revenge.
it out multiple times over the years. You get a craving.
You get a
wanna
craving,
see-
you hop on
wanna see what
Stagnetti's
old
Revenge.
Vic's been up to.
I I swear to you,
Sheesh.
it was one of the most interesting fucking plots because you're getting to this juicy part of the film and you're like, damn.
The juicy parts of the
You know, that may have been bad
phrasing.
word
choicing, bro.
Like, a good part of the story is happening, and you're like, damn, what happens next? And then they just start fucking.
Yeah.
So then we skip that part and go to where the story continues.
Right, because we want to see what happened to the sexy mermaids. We don't want to...
Yeah. Victor Stagnetti, bro.
Victor Stagnetti.
Victor Stagnetti. He's a hero of our time.
Well,
he's a hero of our time.
Yeah, I mean, I'd vote for him.
If he ran, he'd have
if
my
he
vote.
ran,
he'd have my vote.
That's
the man convinced
praise.
a mermaid.
That's very high praise.
To perform coitus with him.
I'm
shocked.
I'm shocked.
I'm
still
appalled.
It's like, to me, it's like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, A Clockwork Orange,
good movie,
and then Stagnetti's Revenge. And Schindler's List. How could I forget?
But Stagnetti's Revenge beats Schindler's List.
Well, if Stagnetti's Revenge was in black and white like Schindler's List, it probably would. I mean, there is black and white in Stagnetti's Revenge.
There's black, there's white, the colors are there.
The colors are there, just not
in the film grain
same
test.
way.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
Do you remember though?
Let's
another thing that we used to watch in the same vein. Did you ever run through the Gauntlet?
Oh, I mean,
me and Stilger went through the entire Gauntlet.
That was a bit much.
You know that doesn't exist anymore?
Of course it doesn't, bro. The internet has been wiped clean.
Can I get another one of those?
The internet has been wiped clean. It is not the same place as it was pre, like, 2015, 2014.
I honestly don't think it's an over-exaggeration to say that after I watched the Gauntlet entirely, my life changed forever.
I mean... You shouldn't have really done that. It was a series of like 30 progressively worse gore videos.
They weren't all gore videos.
Well, not all gore, but it was just...
It's videos that make you like want to look away from the screen.
Yeah, it was...
Okay, so there's 30 tiers. Tier 7 was a guy...
He remembers that one specifically.
Specifically, because that's the one that I was like...
You don't want to know what happens on tier 18, bro.
Bro, tier 7 was the one that I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And Stilger's like, no, we got to keep going. We got to keep going.
Bro,
and
fuck that.
It's like a man with a drill, bit, and it goes in an area that...
Is urethra.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why you all watch that shit. You all were terrible children.
Yeah, well, we wanted to do the worst things that you could humanly possibly do.
When was this?
They were in high school.
What? We were in high school.
Jesus Christ.
Why did you all... You know, it's like... people, we should treat our minds like our stomachs and, like, think about what we put in it. You know?
Well... Too late now.
Yeah. The damage is done.
The damage is done because I literally just quoted tier 7.
No, I know.
Holy shit.
I'm sure tier 30 was some fucking cartel business or something.
Actually, tier 30 was like, by the time we got to 30, I was like, fuck it. Fucking run it down.
You're numb.
Run it. I literally did feel like I made an accomplishment, though, when I got through it.
I know, I'm sure you did.
I like... There was one... Okay, do you remember on Tosh.0, it's the very first one on the Gauntlet, where they're doing the arm wrestling, the two girls, and then she pushes really hard on the arm, and the girl's arm fucking snaps.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
That's tier 1.
like that.
Yeah.
That's tier 1. Tier 2 was a child in India walking around in a train station, walks and falls into the train tracks as the train's going through.
That's horrible.
And most of these are live leak videos.
Yeah.
So
live leak was
90% of them.
Yeah, it was all live leak. Which how was that?
You know what's weird?
How was that? What happened to live leak?
What should have happened a long time ago? It should have been fucking destroyed and burned.
Yeah.
It is a terrible sight. And brought some of the worst horrors of my life.
Oh, the site was so terrible. I just watched it all the time growing up.
I swear, I did. Because when you're a kid, you want that shit. Now as an adult, I'm like, I wish I never would have watched any of that.
I'm sure
I never cared
too much for that. That was on. That's because you all are sociopaths. That's what it is.
In a way, like it felt like a challenge to me, and your boy doesn't back down.
What happened if you end up on Gauntlet 2? You know, you're out in the woods, taking a piss, and a deer comes up and just fucks you. You know, and somebody's
Honestly,
and all his little deer friends are recording it.
That's gonna end up on Brazzers.
That'd be funny as shit if we're being honest.
Yeah.
What if I just make a
gets fucked
face? I'm
by a
like,
deer?
Timberlake, I've literally seen you while you're pissing just fall face first in your piss. What if there's a video of you doing that and you break your cock in half?
Oh my god.
Tier 1 on the gauntlet.
that would be Gauntlet 2. You know, that would be something.
Fucking dumb. Why would you?
Well, honestly, some of the
and
videos
that's a,
you
oh,
all
and that
have
is a
probably
real story.
seen.
I really have seen him fall face.
That is
face
true.
First
that
into
is
his,
actually
while he was pissing.
That's happened more than once.
Yeah, it happened right outside.
Right outside.
Right
that door.
outside here. Yeah.
It has happened.
I remember Megan was like, "Oh, Lucas."
Oh, Lucas,
Because
yo.
I kept telling her, I was like, I'm going to get Lucas to piss his pants tonight. I was like, I'm getting Lucas so drunk he pisses the bed. And she was like, fuck you. No, you're not. You are not. And she looks over at you. She's like, you're not pissing the bed. And you were like, yes, I am. You were like, yes, I am. She was like, you have to piss outside. And you went outside to go piss, and you just
What?
face first down in your
The
urine.
first time I did that, it was just the group of the guys, and I remember I rolled down the fucking hill and ended up with my dick facing the fucking moon. I'm like, what? How did I get here?
No, that's
And
funny.
it's like the start of those movies from the 90s is like, you may be wondering how I got here.
That's funny as shit.
I don't know. Some of those times were really good, and like you ever have those times that you're really fucking drunk and you're like, I just wish this would end. I would rather be sober than what this is right now. I have that every once in a while. Sometimes, like, there was the first time, I remember this one specifically, the first time I cleared a case by myself.
Oh, case race.
The case race, the very first case race I was involved in, I got so fucked up that I was like, I don't ever want to do this again. Like, I never want to be drunk again. I literally got drunk the next night.
Yeah.
But, like, it was...
I feel like anytime you're hungover, though, you're like, all right, I'm not going to.
Well, it's not even the hungover part. It's during the night where you're on the come down, and you're like, okay, so I'm on the come down, because when you're drunk, your belly feels a little warm, but it's in a good way. And then when you're on the come down, it's in a bad way. And then in that way, I'm like fucking walking around. I'm like, everyone, please leave. I want to just fucking hurl and cry.
Yeah.
This sucks. This is terrible.
Honestly,
Maybe I pushed the limit too far.
in my years of life, I don't think that I've ever stayed up long enough being drunk to ever actually come down off of alcohol.
Really?
I always just fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I
he does
mean-
pass out.
I feel like I come down like 90% of the time. You remember that time the party got busted here?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because
that was funny.
me and my girlfriend I was with at the time, you let us sleep here because we were both too drunk to drive.
Yes.
And we didn't have a
Do you
way
remember
home.
Stilger in that night?
Bro.
Left in his underwear. He was driving home. Everybody left. And my mom was paying very close attention to Stilger because my mom loves Stilger. Like,
Yeah,
that's one of her
who
favorite.
doesn't, bro?
For her favorite of my friends. And like, he leaves and she's like, where's Stilger? I know he's drunk as shit. And I'm like, I don't know. Let me go find him. He's gone. And Jordan's like, yeah, he left. And Jordan's like almost passed out. A woman not named is over there like patting him with a fucking like paper towel. And
What?
like, yes, you were laying like this and she was like patting you. It was either a paper towel or like a towel or something. I don't know what she was patting
Was I
you for.
sweaty?
I don't know. I didn't question it. I was in the middle of I was in the middle of a bus. The feds were on the way to my house. I didn't know. And like,
Did they end up showing up?
no, they passed the house 4 fucking times and never stopped here.
That's
They
mad
passed
funny.
twice when all the cars were here.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
that was a fun night.
There was a lot of people
I remember.
Dude, the whole fucking yard. We have a two-ish like acre lot.
It was all,
Almost all
yeah,
of it was full of cars.
Dude,
There
it
was
was
so many
awesome.
goddamn
I remember
people there.
Mitchell brought in a whole fucking lasagna. And was eating in the middle of the house party. He's eating a fucking lasagna.
Like a whole ass
a whole
pot.
casserole
Yeah,
dish.
like casserole dish.
I've never in my life seen somebody bring a casserole to a college, like to an actual fucking party, like a house party, bro.
Yeah,
like,
dude. That was fucked up.
You can't help but respect that.
no, and it wasn't hot. He just pulled it out of his car.
was cold?
Yeah, it was cold. He just had it in his car.
Jesus.
Because he couldn't go upstairs and warm it up. Because, I mean, that's rude, you know? You don't just bring a casserole to someone's house and I'm like, can I heat this up?
Dude, I like people like that because I'm like, what's your story?
Where did you come from, bro?
So I was talking, well, not really talking, but I was like messing with a girl at that time, and she came to the party. And like, as we all know, when the party was shut down because the neighbors had a sound fucking issue, everybody was like, all right, we'll go to Ryan's. All right. So like,
oh, fuck.
yeah. So everybody dips out to go to Ryan's, and I go to talk to this girl, and I'm like, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry. Like, you know, we should hang out again. I don't think we ever hung out. No, we never hung out again. Like, we never hung out again.
With the arm tattoo?
Yeah. Yeah. I was really drunk.
What'd you say?
I was really drunk.
With the arm tattoo. Yeah. Bro, the moment she got that, she instantly became unattractive to me.
Really?
You don't like girls with arm tattoos, or is it a dumb tattoo?
I love women with tattoos, but that particular one was so bad.
It was a bad tattoo.
Here,
turned
Brandon.
me off of her entirely. You know exactly.
See, I never actually seen her.
So
You never did?
No, I never even seen what she looked like.
I mean, she was hot as fuck until
she
she got the arm tattoo, and then because she had the boyfriend and she kept trying to fuck me, and I was finally about to do it.
I met her
And
through
then,
him.
yeah, and then she got the dumbass arm tattoo, and then I was like, no. So I just passed her. I was like, well, maybe Lucas, you know.
Or just one bad tattoo will just throw you off.
I swear to God, dude. And I was ready to hit.
Well, she came
I was
over.
at work. She showed me her panties at work, bro. We were in the middle of the dinner service, bro. She just pulls her fucking pants down.
How did I meet
This is
her?
what panties I have on today. I was like,
did she come over here to hang out with you and like? I feel like we were both over there chill. Yes, because we were playing that snowboarding game on Xbox, and she came over and was chilling with you, and then I remember like we were just hung out for a little bit, and then she dipped, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking with her anymore." And then she hit me up, and asked if I wanted to go chill at Hopewell, and everybody knows what happens at Hopewell. We don't even have to say. Everybody knows what happens at
the
Hopewell.
nasty.
Disgusting things. So I
That
go to
place.
Hopewell with her, take her back home, figure out she lives right down the street from me.
Wait, did you?
Nah.
I'll
I'll get there.
No.
We haven't said her name, so I can
no.
I can tell the story.
Still take it easy though.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Nah, fuck it, bro.
That's on my end.
That was
It's up
like
to you guys.
That's on my
that was
end.
like that was 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not worried.
She's doing her thing. I don't even
Yeah.
know what she's doing, but I'm sure she's doing her
Well,
thing.
she's doing, yeah.
I go over to her house, and her house has this odd shape. I won't say it because then it kind of gives away what the house
Oh yeah,
is.
we're saying too much already. Yeah.
It's a weird shape,
Odd.
and her room is on the top floor, and it's like I go, and I was really fucked up, and her parents weren't home. She was still living with her parents, and I was fucked up, and I was on the bottom floor, and I go up a floor. And they have the same layout of their living room on the bottom floor as they do the second floor. The exact, like, where the couches are, where the TV is, everything is the same fucking layout. So I'm blasted fucked up, and I'm like in the Twilight Zone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I was just downstairs. I see the stairs right here that I just walked up. I'm in the same
Is it even the same couches?
That's
It's the same couches.
What?
That's fucking
I
hilarious.
didn't pay attention to the TV in the entertainment center, but the
What
couches
if
were
the
the fucking
couches are
same.
the same in the exact same arrangement?
In the same
That's
arrangement.
so weird. I'm telling you,
That's
bro.
unsettling.
There was a reason I was like, no.
That's very unsettling.
Yeah, I was like something about it. It was just weird, bro. Like
I was really bored.
Yeah, like she
I
was just
really bored.
She was just hot. Like
I mean,
like,
it was one of those things. It was like,
I don't know, man.
I'm in a drought, you know.
Well,
You guys are.
Bro,
God, I'm not gonna go that
You
far,
guys
bro.
are
I'm not.
awful.
well,
What? She had no personality. It happens. It happens.
more power to her.
More
you
power
know?
to her. Like she was a.
The looks were there. Everything else just wasn't.
I wouldn't go that far. She was cool to hang around with, but I know it was
Yeah,
like
but
never
I'm
any.
I'm not trying to mess with a girl that's
It was
my
never
homie.
any.
You know.
Yeah, she was like the homie. She was like.
Yeah, like there's certain girls that are the homie. is more the homie situation. And when I was fucked up and I saw that, I walked upstairs, and the first thing I said to her was, what the fuck is with your like living room layout? And she turns around, she's changing, so there's a lot to be seen there. And there's a reason that was happening, because why was she changing? There was insinuations there. But I was so fucked up and so messed up about the living room setup. I laid on her bed and looked at the ceiling, and I was like, why is her living room like that? Like, am I dreaming?
I just can't stop thinking about that living room.
Seriously?
Like, oh, there's a beautiful woman in the room. How's your living room look like? What's the
Dude,
layout?
honestly, I got in my head about it. I freaked myself out, and I left. I left. Like 5 minutes after that, she was like doing her thing of like the flirtation shit.
She was probably pissed.
She was doing the flirty shit, and I was laying there. I was like, oh my God, like, am I dreaming? Like, because who does that? Who does the same layout with the same
that's
furniture?
Weird.
It's
That's
weird.
very weird.
It's weird. I just can't get over the fact that you're like,
He left the girl's house.
I need to leave. I need to get out
Dude,
of here.
I
like,
freaked
I need
out.
to be
I
around
literally
these
freaked
people,
out.
bro.
I had to leave.
That's
I was like,
funny.
I can't do this. Like, this is weird. I gotta leave. I hung out with her one more time after that, and then the party here, and then the party got busted.
That was weird. Yeah, I
And
never
she
saw
dipped.
her
I
again.
never talked to her again. Never saw her again.
Good,
Yeah.
bro. Fuck the stupid ass arm
But
tattoo,
really-
bro. It was ruined. Like
The arm tat, bro.
I've never experienced this before because I was down. I was like, cool. She had like broken up with her boyfriend so I wasn't worried about any like ethical concerns, about the thing that was going on. Because I'm always I don't.
You don't want to step on toes.
I don't want to step on toes. I'm not that dude. I'm not that guy. Well, and I just
You're not that guy, pal.
I mean, I am, but
I am him.
it's messier that way. So I don't. So, but it was just overnight. I was like, done. It was so weird.
Yeah.
It's only ever happened to me like twice.
And-
the other time, it was a girl that liked Shawn Mendes too much.
I understand that.
I'm not joking. Like, she snuck me into her house. And while I was there, the walls were just coated with
What?
pictures of Shawn Mendes. I'm not. Did I?
That's
never
being
tell
like
you
a
this?
believer.
No, it was crazy, bro. And the reason why I fucking dumped her, because like it was fine. Like we were having our little thing. It was hot, but it was like. I was like, I'm always gonna be number 2 to fucking Shawn Mendes, like, bro. So I was done with it. I was done. She like went
What
to a
the
Shawn
fuck?
Mendes concert, and she brought like a sign that was like, "Go to prom with me, Sean." I was like, "Bitch, I'm here. Like, ask me to prom, not like someone you."
He says, I'm done talking to her. I'll always be number 2 to Sean.
She was like, I know he's gonna come with me. She's like, I know he's gonna come with me. I was like, you are fucking out of your mind. Like, you were out of your mind. So I was like, no. I was like, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro.
I'm baffled about
And she
so
was
many
hot.
things you just
Like,
said.
I still think she's hot to this day. But I know
You can't get past it.
I can't. I just can't, dude.
A boy like this ain't number 2.
I'm not.
I ain't a number
bro,
2.
I'm
I ain't number 2
one.
to nobody.
Especially not to fucking Shawn Mendes.
Oh my
bro.
God.
Yeah.
Sean,
Which
The
is-
plebeian the
yeah.
man is.
Plebeian?
Is
that
it
what you-
plebeian?
It's plebeian.
Plebeian?
Yeah.
I thought there was an R there.
No.
a plebeian.
I thought it was
plebs,
plebeian.
plebs.
Pleb is plebeian?
Plebeian, yeah. Plebeian.
Plebeian.
Yeah.
Plebeian. That's what.
Plebeian.
Okay, so speaking of words made up, yesterday I came up with a phrase when I was fucked up. Me and Megan were fucking talking.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
I came up with a fucking phrase. And
Fucking
we were-
Chaucer over here.
we were talking about her dad driving and my driving. Like, I drive like a fucking grandma. Everybody knows that. I drive like a fucking grandma. I always have.
Yeah.
So, like, I drive slow. And we were talking about her dad driving, and when it's like somewhere he needs to go, he's going. When it's somewhere like that is for somebody else, he's a little slower. And it's like, it pisses Megan off sometimes. So she said, but when it's something he wants, then he goes fast. And I said, yeah, when he's working, he's out there he's ripping biscuits on the highway.
Yes, sir.
I was like, what the? And the moment it came out of my mouth, I was like, ripping biscuits. I need to use that somewhere.
That's a new one.
And I don't like the context I used it in, but ripping biscuits. And I told Stilger that.
Sounds like a cigarette.
I told
I'm gonna start calling cigs biscuits,
bro. That's such a British thing.
Anybody trying to go rip a biscuit?
Boy,
real
mate,
quick?
you want to rip a biscuit?
You don't hear ripping biscuits.
Would you care to rip a biscuit?
Can I
Would
bum
you
a
like to go out
biscuit?
back and rip some biscuits?
Bum a biscuit?
I think on that, we might take our halftime break.
Take our halftime break.
All right, peace.
We'll be back
soon. You know the halftime break. You know the vibes. You know how
And
it goes.
as always, thanks to our sponsor, Nobody. Please sponsor us.
Ain't nobody sponsored this shit. We
Please
say what we want.
Anybody that donated, thank you to anybody that donated. Keep them coming in, baby. It's all going to the fund to make this podcast better for you. We're doing what we can.
We no donations this week, but
Don't tell them that. We got so many fucking
So many
donations.
donations.
We're swamped and flooded with cash.
you know our motto here at SchmutzCast is honesty, and my
we are
honest
quite
truth.
brutally honest.
There's nothing I've said on this podcast that I don't truly believe, unless I said something that is bad and cancelable.
I think that.
Then in that fact,
I think that
I don't
was
believe it.
That was your first lie. Let's take a break.
Break time. Peace. So we were talking about Blonde. This is in the podcast is back in action. But we were talking about Blonde and how much we enjoyed Blonde.
It was a great album.
We were just riffing about Blonde by Frank Ocean.
It was an amazing album.
I don't think any album actually kind of got to me the way Blonde did off first listen. Just because I don't know if it was just the circumstances I was in whenever I was listening to it.
I feel like we were all in really bad places when we first heard Blonde.
It was impossible to be in a good place listening to that album.
Well, no, I don't even mean like that. I just mean like of it just being that good. Like just like how just fucking crazy the album is.
My buddy at work told his wife when Blonde first came out, he's like, we need to break up for like 3 hours. He's like, I gotta listen to Blonde.
It's the ultimate breakup album. Absolutely.
Dude, it doubles as a breakup album, like a nympho type album. Like
type album.
Bro.
But like with like the licentiousness of Frank Ocean, and all the multiple partners of
the vibrato of his voice is just
my goodness,
it's unmatched.
It's beautiful.
There's something about it.
You can hear him. He's putting gusto in that shit. He's really, I don't know where Frank Ocean is right now, but
so that's what I was gonna get into before we started this because Jordan was saying we should say this on the podcast, but I saw some shit the other day that was a long article about Frank that apparently Frank said to somebody, and it got leaked, that he had the album finished in March of 2020, and then the pandemic happened, so he put it off a little bit to see if he could release it when it was post-pandemic.
Yeah.
Then his brother died.
Yeah.
So he scrapped the entire project.
Yeah.
That's DHL, In My Room, all those songs were going to be on that album.
I mean, that's unfortunate.
Well, because he was rolling it out like it was an album. Because like on DHL and In My Room, on the cover art for them, it had the if you look closely to it, it had like 10 little pictures at the bottom that were like silhouettes. And then like for each one, there was like a little box around it.
Yes.
And it was the picture that was with that album art. So like he had it. I was so confused why it just never came out because he just stopped rolling them out. But that makes a lot more sense. I had never heard anything like that.
COVID hit like a bitch.
Yeah,
killed the
COVID
whole
hit.
music industry, bro.
Well,
Kendrick was gonna drop. Like
he's
everybody was gonna
independent,
drop.
though. Like,
well, he is now after Blonde.
Yes, so like he's independent now. So as an independent artist dropping in COVID, you don't know.
Fuck
like
no.
COVID
he can't tour.
Was a once in a lifetime.
How's he supposed to make his money back? He can't do a fucking
Yeah.
festival circuits and stuff.
He can't do any of that stuff. Like, yes, all the streaming money goes to him, but like
That's not where you're making
in
all the
comparison,
money.
that's not where you're making your money. Like it.
Oh yeah, no. We're artists like him. They're in the tickets and T-shirt business at this point,
for
bro.
sure.
Like on merch alone, who knows how much Frank has made? Jesus.
Well,
Well, I don't know. Frank and his merch.
If you want to bring up Frank and merch, bro.
They've had a bit of a storied history with that. But we won't go there. God love
because
Frank, bro.
if either of you all could ever work with Frank, I'd probably die. I'd be so happy.
Way to just put it out in the open.
I'd have a panic attack
I-
immediately.
What? He's just a guy.
I know, but like
He's just a guy, but he is
it would
like,
be like-
an incredible figure.
it would
So
be like
I'm not gonna
meeting,
fucking suck his dick over it.
It would just be like an idol, like meeting idol type thing.
I mean,
Dude,
yeah,
I'd do the
like
same thing if,
I would be like, oh, holy fuck, it's fucking Frank Ocean, but then you know.
Well, I mean,
it's
I'd
like
do the same thing if it was like Steve
you know,
Lacy
he's
hit me
still
up
just
or
like
something.
he's still just a person.
Dude,
you know?
Frank.
No, I know,
but
but
Frank is such like the way he's
not like
done his celebrity is
he is a
amazing.
recluse.
He's like, sometimes I
Like,
feel
yes.
like a guy, but I'm not a guy. Like, you remember that whole refrain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Frank, bro. He's just Frank.
It's just Frank. Yes, he's just a human, but I think it adds to the fact that it's kind of like Superman. Like you don't see Superman very often.
Well, people at his office saw him all the time.
Yeah, and if you got to be in his office, maybe
Frank
you wouldn't
Ocean
be
has
happy.
a secret day job.
You think he's got an office?
He's Frank Ocean.
He wears
and-
glasses.
Yeah, he
Frank
puts his
Pawn.
glasses on.
Frank Pawn. Fred
Frank-
Pawn.
Fred Pond is
Fred Pond.
Frank's fucking alter
No one
ego.
would ever suggest. They'd be like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this guy Frank Ocean?" He's like,
Never
No.
heard of him.
He's all- he's all
I'm
right.
just running numbers all day.
I don't have time for music.
"Music's dumb."
I love Frank, and I'm so excited for his next album.
Yeah,
I'm
Aren't we
excited.
all? Huh?
I'm excited.
If it comes.
If
it comes.
I remember a lot of things going on. The first time I heard Channel Orange, I liked it, but there were some songs I didn't really jive with. And then there was one night. It was the night I was going to see Ryan at Purdue, and I was driving up there. I took Ryan's fucking ex-girlfriend with me, and we listened to crack rock on the way up. And I was like,
bro,
ooh, that's some good shit.
Crack rock's a very fucking
crack
Crack
rock.
rock,
is a
crack
great
rock.
I
song.
can't
Crack
lie though.
rock,
First
crack rock.
listen through Channel Orange, I didn't actually like it that much.
I didn't like it very much.
I
no.
loved it.
I-
Pyramids put me on another fucking
Honestly,
planet.
I still don't like Pyramids that much.
What?
Like that's
Hot take.
Whoa.
Flaming.
I know that's
Flaming hot.
I know that's such, dude. Out of all the songs on Channel Orange, that's like almost at the bottom for me. I swear
Would
to
you
God.
put Fertilizer over it?
I don't even remember that song.
Fertilizer,
I'll take bullshit if that's all you got.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to Channel Orange again, but like,
Dude,
I know it's
Pyramids.
at least not in the top 5.
The full song for Fertilizer?
James Fauntleroy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, James
It's a great
Fauntleroy
cut.
did the
Wait,
Frank's
have you-
cut of
You heard
Fertilizer.
of James Fauntleroy before?
I don't
You know
think
James-
so.
Oh, you would love his music.
I'll cue that up for when we're done with the pod
you
because
gotta play
that
some
changes the
Fauntleroy.
vibe of the
He's
song.
a huge
entirely.
writer too.
Yeah.
Like basically
Oh
anybody
my
you could think of, he's written for them.
He's wrote
Yeah.
like
Frank
a ton
Ocean,
of songs for Frank.
Yeah,
He's done a lot of work for Travis Scott.
I think he's on Blonde at one point, maybe. Or no, that's Alex Feinstein. I think is his name. On
Wait, this is
Self-Control.
only on SoundCloud. Can we play this on the pod?
What?
Fertilizer? James Fauntleroy's?
Let's not worry about playing stuff on
yeah,
the
let's
pod,
not
though.
play
That'd
because
be different.
yeah,
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
yeah.
Because it was never released on streaming. I didn't
No,
know if
I
it'd be
know.
copyrighted.
No, I
I
just
know,
mean like
but-
people just watching us listen to
Yeah, that
music.
sounds boring. Yeah.
Well, what I was going at was
Sorry to shit on your dreams,
everybody's
bud.
No, I
just
didn't mean- I didn't
pulling
mean
me
to
away
shit
from
on
what
you.
I
didn't
want
mean
to
I didn't mean
fucking
to shit on you.
do.
My bad. My
Jesus.
bad. I didn't mean to shit on you.
Jesus Christ.
didn't mean like
These fucking guys, I swear to God.
What? Why? You know what? Put in the comments. You want to see us listen to James Fauntleroy? We will.
We
will.
I fucking would do it right goddamn now. But we won't now.
We
because
won't.
Jordan and Keibler have this fucking sensation
Thank God.
that we can't listen to it. So we won't listen to
The
it.
only way I want to be listening
I
to
could
music
totally
on a
cut
po-
it
You
to
could-
every like 10 seconds. Oh, we love it. 10 seconds
Oh, I
later.
thought you meant
oh, we
cut the
love it.
segment, and I was gonna be like, okay, cool.
No, I'm not cutting the segment. Why would you cut the segment? That's totally part of it. That's so dumb. Doesn't even make sense. I don't don't understand
Okay.
Pyramids is top 3 Frank.
Oh yeah,
Top 3.
top 3 in his whole discography.
Maybe
Yeah.
top 50.
Does he even have 50 songs? He doesn't have 50 songs released.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
No, he doesn't have 50 songs released. You're telling me
You're an asshole,
telling
bro.
me he's Pyramids is in the bottom 10% of Frank songs for you?
It's at least in the bottom 50%.
Whoa! Wow.
There's
Is it too long or like what is it?
I don't care about the length. It's just like it's all right.
You don't like the concept?
I just don't think it's that great.
Starts out talking about Cleopatra, and then in the end he's talking about
Different Cleopatra.
a Cleopatra that's working at a strip club called the Pyramids.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I
It's
understand
an amazing concept for a song.
It's such a
bro.
good concept.
I don't know. I just think he has a lot better songs. I don't know.
Bro,
Working at the
the
pyramid.
writing on
It
that
might-
song.
I really,
It's amazing. He paints
Cleopatra.
such vivid details of like her standing in the mirror and
9-inch
she's
heel,
she's got the
Cleopatra.
heels on and you can't oh god.
Dude.
And then like the EDM breakdown in the middle, like it's so nuts.
honestly, I think that's the part that fucks me up. I don't like that shit. Yeah,
You don't like the breakdown on that?
That's the best part of the
Of the
fucking
song.
album.
I
That's
think
the best part of the album.
I think
Is
that-
that
I-
moment
I-
right there.
Discography.
it's just not for me. I think that's the part that gets me.
When somebody asked me about,
Fortnite message.
Oh, that was my nephew. Saying that you're downloading Fortnite.
Oh, that's funny.
Pyramids. Anytime I bring up Frank to somebody that's never heard him, Pyramids is the first song I send it to him.
Yeah.
Every time.
Absolutely.
It's the most accessible and it's the best fucking song. It's literally top 3 Frank for me.
I don't know. It might just be because the first Frank thing that I heard was Blonde. I didn't hear Channel Orange first. I heard Blonde first.
Yeah, that's
And I like
I
Blonde
definitely heard Channel Orange first.
so much more than Channel Orange.
I heard Nostalgia Ultra. I
Great
remember
album.
hearing Love Crimes, and I loved it,
Love
but I
Crimes.
never looked into Frank. And then I listened to Channel Orange. I heard Thinking About You, first song I ever heard after Love Crimes, and I was like, I'm not really that into it.
Yeah.
Didn't listen through the album. And then you got me to listen through Channel Orange, and I was like, all right, I fuck with this. And then Blonde pops off later on. I listened to it. Not too into it. I was in a relationship at that time. It wasn't a good relationship, mind you. But I was in a relationship, so I didn't think anything of it. Then you brought it back to me right before my relationship ended.
Yeah. My bad.
Bro, Blonde may have been the reason that I broke up with that bitch.
I swear.
Frank
bro.
may have done that to me,
No,
bro.
That's brutal.
When self-control hit me, I was like, what am I doing with my life, bro? What am I doing? What am I doing?
He's talking about conversations by pools. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Bro, keep a place for me. I'll
Keep
sleep
a
next to you.
place. Oh
Nothing.
my god. bro.
Oh, God.
He did something so special with that album. He really
It's
did.
crazy.
It's like
It's
every
timeless.
6 years later, like I still hear new noises every time I listen to it. Every time I hear something new. It's amazing. It's such a great album.
It's one of those things that, like, it's 6 years out now.
Yeah.
But it's still one of those albums that I listen to it now, and it's like the first time I
It's
listened
fresh.
to it.
So fresh.
Every
so fresh.
every
Nothing.
few months, I'm like, I haven't listened to Blonde in a while. I'm gonna listen through it today.
Nothing sounds like
I'm
Blonde.
feeling like crying today, bro.
And nobody
cry day.
nobody since then has ever even,
Friday, bro.
nobody since then has ever even came close.
Nothing
No.
like it.
There hasn't been a better album released since Blonde came out. I'll be honest.
Honestly, it's almost fucked up album releases for me a little bit.
A little bit.
Because I
yeah.
always want
We
everything
were
to be like
spoiled.
Blonde.
That was a once in a decade
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
I think the only first listen that touched that, and fuck, it's gonna sound stupid, but that J Electronica album, that first listen off of that.
Dude, I knew that's what you were gonna say because I was
you
gonna say the
love
closest
the
thing,
J
the
Elec.
closest thing to Blonde for me was whenever Kid Cudi's album dropped.
Yeah.
And nobody likes that album that
No,
much.
that's fair.
Nobody likes it more than I do. I
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly.
you
Man on the
love
Moon
that
because
album.
I
You
still
love that album.
do what? Yeah,
Man
Man
on
on the Moon 3.
Yeah.
Because I remember whenever the
Oh,
two of them
for
came
the-
out, I was saying album of the year, and you're
Yeah.
like, "No, J Electronica got it," and I was like, "No, Kid Cudi has it."
Oh yeah.
and you were like,
this is for the record, the biggest Kid Cudi fan that I know in my entire life, and the biggest J Electronica fan that I know in my entire life.
J Elec Yamaka.
No, I just
J
remember
Electronica.
some hard arguments about J Elec.
J Electon Dondrica, bro.
J Electron Don Monda
His damn name makes me bite my tongue, bro.
The way he says it makes me bite my tongue.
I don't even want to say his name, bro. He couldn't touch Man on the Moon 3 with that new album.
He said,
Bro.
Earth, Wind, and Rain and fired on the hook. Bro, that motherfucker was.
J Elec, bro, has the best bars. He said, he had a Star Wars bar in one that just fucked me up, bro.
I wish we could have gotten his original album with like all the exhibits.
Yes.
I would have loved it. The album with Just Blaze.
I bet that eventually releases.
I don't know. I
guarantee
bet
it, bro.
Jay-Z owns it.
I don't know. Well, fucking A Written Testimony was basically Watch the Throne 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never get a Watch the Throne 2, but I think
No.
I think A Written Testimony is the
Closest we're gonna get.
And like Jay-Z, of 7 of 10 songs?
Yeah, it was basically a collab album.
Yes.
Because Jay Elec probably was just like,
right now.
I'm done making new music. You finish it for me.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z was like, okay. Like, cool.
He'll take the profits. Fuck it.
Fuck it, dude. I mean, wouldn't anybody? Like, let's be honest.
Blinding by the light.
I haven't even listened to that shit in forever.
Bro, that's one you gotta listen back through. I think
I'm gonna bump it tonight.
One of the B-side songs on there may be like one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time. I can say every word in that song, and it is one of those that's like, Jay Elec, when he has a song that like he raps really fast, it's like he's putting words together that are hard to say together.
Yeah.
And
as far as pure bars go, like pure wordsmanship goes, I think it's Jay
Lupe's up
Elec.
there.
Yeah, Lupe, Jadakiss.
Jadakiss. Yeah.
I think Jadakiss has some funny ass bars. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's some
Lyrically, Jay Elec
honestly,
is up there.
and like Eminem, like old Eminem, you can't say he didn't have fucking bars. As corny as he is now, like, and I don't even mean
That's
that.
an awfully
I don't even
hot
mean that.
coffee
No,
pot.
I know, and like I don't even mean it in a bad way because Em's a fucking legend. But it's just like
He's a legend.
He was very creative with how he did.
Yeah, the Eminem now is not
I see what you're saying.
Not the Slim Shady of seasons
No,
past.
it's like it's honestly like two different musical acts.
Oh, because you listen to Stan and you're like, this song is fucking amazing. You're
it's
like,
great.
Yeah, he tells such a story, bro. Like,
Then you listen to Kamikaze and you're
and
like,
and then you're like, he's like getting in beefs with MGK. I'm like,
Hey,
gross,
you
bro.
want your hot take about MGK? I got.
let's hear it.
Oh, Jesus.
I kind of like his new music.
Yeah, so we're looking for a fourth member of the podcast, everybody.
Bro, you gotta
John will be back
understand.
next week, but I
Listen
don't
to me.
think Jordan's
Listen to
coming
me.
back.
Listen to me.
I think this is
I don't
probably
know
going
if
to
I
be.
want to
His rap shit was terrible. I hated it. But then
Jesus.
then he started doing all this shit with Travis Barker, who, in my opinion, is the best drummer to ever fucking do
Literally,
anything.
just because Travis Barker is involved is the only reason that you think it's good.
It helps. It helps.
It helps.
It helps.
It helps.
But I had this argument with one of our other buddies the other day, because he fucking hates MGK too.
Yeah, as
And,
you most sane people.
And there's one specific song. I haven't heard the newest album, but the one where he's like, where he's got his pink guitar and stuff. Like, I know, but there's a song called "Concert for Aliens." That song's fucking hard. That song is fucking hard.
Just the name, bro. I mean, I
A
can't.
Concert for Aliens.
Well,
Concert
you guys,
for
Streaming now.
Unless Lil Uzi made that song, I'm not listening to
Hey,
it.
you guys, no.
God, I swear.
Concert
No,
for
out of
Aliens.
all the shit that I've
Bro,
heard from like
no,
mainstream people trying to make like punk rock shit, like that
Yeah,
is the
but-
closest
Yeah,
to like
but why
90s
is a
punk
guy
rock.
that started as a rapper
come
going to
on,
punk
bro.
rock, bro?
It's not
thing
even
is,
that. It's not even. It would be different if it was good.
It's so much better than his rap.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
like I remember,
congratulations.
like he has a voice.
I
He
bet-
has a voice that
I
sounds
bet if
better
I
with
had
punk rock.
to eat like a fucking tarantula, I bet if I heated it up, it would taste a little better.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's
like-
true. That's true. You know, with that, like,
I still like it.
Playboy Carti.
Yeah.
Playboy Carti.
Well, okay.
did punk better than Machine Gun Kelly ever
Oh,
could.
absolutely. Playboy
Ever.
Carti's the face of punk. as far as in the hip hop lane.
In hip
Right
like
now.
in hip hop guys doing punk shit,
It's Cardi.
Machine Gun Kelly has nothing on Cardi.
Cardi's concerts, from what I've heard, are fucking.
And I'm not a huge Cardi
insane.
fan. Like,
I do not
seriously
like Playboy Cardi.
I'm not a huge
No,
Cardi
that's
fan.
fair.
But
His
his
music's-
transition from hip hop to punk, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
Not what
'Cause-
Machine Gun Kelly's doing.
Because Whole Lotta Red was a straight punk album.
Whole Lotta Red was terrible.
Oh, I mean
I
that's
gotta agree,
that's
I
not
hate
even
it.
a hot take. I love that
I was gonna say
album.
that's like
I love that
objectively
album.
bad.
No, well I can't.
I wouldn't say objectively.
Objectively, it's not
I
bad.
never saw a single good thing said about that album.
There's a couple songs that I still listen to.
Yeah, I love
Really?
that. I love almost every song.
I
from
like
that
the
album.
direction he went.
Yeah.
it's not for me. Like, I'm not a punk guy.
You'll-
I don't do punk.
It sounds like future music.
You told me you're like, dude, it's like a punk rock out. You're like, he's got punk elements to it. You like it. And I started listening to it. I was like, this is garbage.
Absolutely, you'll get it one day.
I don't think you will, but
Maybe not. Maybe
the
not.
whole thing is
It
I'm
might-
not a punk purist. Like,
Yeah.
I love punk music.
I don't hate.
I love that shit.
Like, I love the Sex Pistols, but it's like it's not really like something that I'm super into. Like, I appreciate it, but
Yeah.
like punk music is not something that I like super get into. When it bleeds into grunge, I'm more into it. Like Nirvana had a couple like punk type songs.
they were kind of on the
Right.
on that
The
line.
verge.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Probably that Seattle '90s kind of.
Yeah.
yeah, and like
Because they were all so sad, you know. It's kind of hard not to be in the punk lane.
yeah, and like the sad boy music of the 90s. Sorry to yawn. But the sad boy music of the 90s is basically what we have now with I think that's kind of why like X picked up, is because like, you know, there's a market for sad boy music.
Oh, there
It just
always
is.
Oh, yeah.
is. They're always
There's a
like Juice
market
World,
for it.
bro. Juice World runs that shit.
People
That's
people
why.
break up every day.
Yeah,
That's
they
why
do. It's
Blonde,
big
I'm gonna
business.
bring it back around. That's why Blonde is such an influential album, because yes, it's a sad boy album, but it can be appreciated in any mindset
Any
that you have.
context, yeah.
Yeah.
Any mindset that you have, you can appreciate.
It's just
Blonde.
like it's just nostalgic. I think it's a very like melancholic. Just you.
I think I'll have
Melancholic's a
nostalgia
very
for
good-
Blonde
Yeah.
more than any other Frank music.
Oh yeah, I'll
Ever.
never forget
Period,
the
like,
first
music
listen,
period.
bro.
Like
I don't think I'm attached to any other album like I am
Even,
to
like-
Blonde.
No.
I would
Yeah,
hate to be
yeah.
Frank right now. Honestly, I'd hate to be Frank, because how do you
How do
follow
you
up
follow
Blonde?
that up?
How do you follow up Blonde?
I
That's what I'm most
I can
nervous
see
about.
him honestly
like,
taking
him
another
dropping
like
something
4
else.
years. I really can.
It could be. We could have kids by the time Frank releases again.
That would be
I hope
perfectly
not.
okay with me. Honestly, after you drop something like that, you have every right to take your fucking time.
Yeah, no,
D'Angelo did it after Voodoo.
Yeah, bro, Voodoo is what
D'Angelo did it after Voodoo.
a fucking timeless album.
And Rihanna did it with Auntie. Yeah.
Auntie, she still hasn't released yet.
No,
has she?
you drop something that good, chill, bro.
Chill out.
Beyonce did it, right?
444. Jay-Z.
Kind of. Oh yeah, 4. Well, he had Magna Carta, Holy Grail, like 3 years before that.
I forgot about that.
Yes, but now that 444 hit, that was 2017, right?
16.
Either way.
No, 17. You're right.
You're talking 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z, the only thing
I'm
he's done
surprised
is
Jay-
written testimony.
Surprised Jay hasn't put any.
Well, he
He's
you know,
got a lot
you
of
can.
stuff going on. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like he has
but-
so much shit.
But
on
with
his plate at
Jay,
this
like,
point.
he's a really good lyricist, and he like gets on the best production.
Sure.
But 444 was so different. And
Yeah. Oh, that's a
brought
different album.
Jay-Z, it brought Jay-Z of the 90s into the current time.
Yeah.
So he's got that leverage of time.
Because I felt like Magna Carta, Holy Grail, I like some of the songs on there, right? Like, if you listen.
Fuck with me, you
Yeah.
know I got
Yeah, like, it's good, but it felt like Watch the Throne was way better. And
It
you
was
can
way
all
better.
agree
I
that. It was
still
just
think-
like, he didn't make the transition.
Hot take. 444 is better than Watch the Throne.
Oh, I'd agree with that.
444 is
Yeah.
my favorite Jay-Z album for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Uh,
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not,
I
I'm
bet-
not like
what
the
do you
biggest
like,
Jay-Z
the Blueprint
fan, but
and the Black Album.
the Black Album.
Yeah.
The Black Album, I think, is one of the best hip-hop albums of all time.
I mean, yeah. Blueprint 1 and 2.
Blueprint 1...
Not 3. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, Blueprint
And
3,
then,
we can just act like that
what
didn't happen.
American Gangster is that?
I don't
I thought
remember.
that's one of the names.
The one that I go back to the most is the Black Album.
Yeah.
Except for 444. It's more recent. I'm more into that now.
Yeah.
But as timeless albums go, I think the Black Album is going to be something that, like, I'll show my kids.
Probably.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, 444 is the same way. I don't think Magna Carta makes the ruling of, like,
no.
I love the Rick Ross song, you know, Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It.
See, I never liked that one.
I love that song. It's actually, it is my favorite song on that album.
Really?
It is. And
even above the Frank Ocean one?
I don't know. Yeah. Honestly, another hot take. Let's bring out another hot take. Watch the Throne. Frank's features mid.
Really?
Mid.
On Welcome to America?
Welcome to specifically Welcome to America.
Wow.
Mid to me. Mid to me.
Honestly, I haven't listened to that song in so fucking long.
Really?
I don't even remember.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say you haven't heard it.
I know I have heard it, but it's just been a very long time.
What's the song? Best song on Watch the Throne to me is Otis for sure. But
see, I don't know. I
think Dudes in Paris is overplayed.
Yeah.
I think that's one
I'm
that
so
like.
tired of that song.
Yeah.
I think the beat's
That's
great.
a great song. It's just you've heard.
It is a great
it.
song.
Heard it.
That's just
like,
that's a classic
So
example
what else
of
is
like
on
shit
there?
that just gets played too much.
That's My Bitch. That's a good one.
That's My Bitch is a great song.
Shawty right there. That's
Lift
my
Off.
bitch. Lift Off.
Did you like Lift Off? Some people hate that song.
What's
Like, lift off, taking my. He's like taking my
Yeah.
shirt. I don't know what the
like
fuck is.
that
I can't remember the lyrics, but
what's the one? What you need? What you need? I got what you need.
yeah, that one's really good.
I got it.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's what it is.
New Day.
New Day is good.
That one and Prime Time are probably my two favorites on the album.
I think that's a timeless album, yes. But
Yeah.
I really don't think
Prime
that Frank's
Time.
features are anything to like that I go back to the album for.
For real.
I think that's.
I mean,
what
yeah,
mean
me
by
neither.
that.
I don't.
That's not what I go back
And
to the
even
album
then,
for.
I don't know. I don't go back to that album as much as I would like to think I do.
I think
It's
I
a
go
good
back
album,
to,
but I don't ever run it up and down. I'll be
No,
honest.
yeah, that's one that I definitely don't go front to back on often.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I did front to back the other day though?
Yeah.
Yeezus.
Great album, man.
Yeah.
An amazing album that was so underrated
Oh,
by me and everybody
Oh,
else.
I hated it the first time I listened to it.
Oh my god.
I was like, this is garbage. Who listens to this shit?
And then once you do the listen through,
Yeah.
you're stimulated as
Hold
hell.
My Liquor. That's what got me. A couple years later, I was like,
Bitch, I'm back in my coma.
Like I was like, you hear that the fucking little noise? I was hooked, bro. And then Chief Keef comes in. Sure.
He comes in hot right after.
Yeah, I'm like, cool, bro. I was from then on.
Then you got what's next? I'm In It is after that one.
Oh, I can't remember the track list.
Yeah, I think it goes
order.
Hold My Liquor, I'm In It, and then it goes to fucking Blood on the Leaves, bro.
Talk about amazing songs.
And by the time you get to Guilt Trip is just like kind of soothing you, getting you back to the mindset.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Bound at the end.
Bam, 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 bam. Dude,
Let's
the
bring
video-
another hot take. Bound should not have been on Yeezus. It should have been a single. Think of the production, bro.
It's perfect.
There's
on
nothing
Yeezus.
industrial.
Bound's a pretty
is
fucking good song.
Perfect on Yeezus.
It's a great song, but it doesn't fit
that
Yeezus.
album wouldn't be the same without Yeezus.
It doesn't
He gives
fit
us what
Yeezus.
we need. It wasn't what we wanted. It was what we needed.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit to me.
Yes, it does, bro. I'm just gonna say, if he
It
can
doesn't
put the
fit
new
me.
Slaves outro on that album, he can put that on that album. And Frank Ocean's on that, you bitch.
So
Wait, you can't tell me you don't like the new Slaves outro.
I love the new Slaves outro. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
say I
like
didn't.
that's the same vein. It's the same vein.
But that's an outro. That's not a whole fucking song. Bound could be a single.
Bound isn't the whole song. That's just the loop. He does the synth shit in that too.
Bound is a single.
These are
it's
I
a
know
Lucy.
you're tired. You don't remember that whole fucking part of the
Yeah,
song?
I love
Yeah.
it. That fits Pablo better than it does fucking Yeezus.
Oh, miss me with that shit. That would not fit in Pablo.
Bro. Who was that?
yeah.
Kirk Franklin in Bound? Was
I
that
can't
Kirk Franklin?
remember. I know. I can't remember.
So like you got Bound. You're telling me
it's Charlie Wilson. It's Charlie Wilson.
Oh, it's Charlie Wilson.
Yeah.
You're telling me
That would
You're
fit.
telling me what fits better in Yeezus? What
Okay.
fits better in
Guilt
Yeezus?
Trip of all of those would fit the best on Yeezus or on Pablo.
No.
I don't know. I
no.
think I'm with Timberlake on this because like I do think Bound would fit more with Life of Pablo. But
Think
I
of the
don't,
production.
but
Think of the
I
production.
don't think it's out of place in
The
Yeezus.
bars,
think it's
bro.
out of-
The
I don't think it's
bars,
out of
You gotta
place,
think about what
but-
he's saying. He's like
I get
capping
what
off
he's
that album
saying.
so perfectly.
I get what he's saying. What I'm saying is the production does not fit. The original Bound, the before he switched the beat, Bound 1, you've heard that. It leaked.
Yeah.
That's way better for Yeezus.
No.
It's the same bars, different beat. It's
I
more
love
of a
it.
Yeezus beat.
I think Bound 2 is a top tier Kanye song. S tier Kanye
Disagree.
song.
Disagree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Disagree.
That is probably one of my favorite Kanye songs.
No.
It's so.
It doesn't
fucking
make
good.
top
So
10 for me.
fucking good.
Really?
I like it. I love
amazing.
every fucking Kanye song ever released. Like I love
Ever?
them all. Yeah, all of them.
There are some Kanye songs I don't.
I mean, Jesus is King has a couple that I'm
Jesus
not
is
into.
King is fire, dude. Take me to church, Kanye.
You know that album gets a lot of hate, but Jesus is King has
Oh.
some fire songs on it.
There was one.
Hands
good song.
On,
There was
bro,
one
is
good song. There's
Okay,
one- I'm gonna look
it
it
has
up, 'cause
two.
I
It
don't
has
even- I
Hands
don't-
On, and it has the song where he's talking about his dad saying he's not Christ. Like that's it.
That one's a good song. There
That's
was
it.
I didn't even like that one. I didn't
Really?
like that one.
was the best song in the album for me.
the
And he said,
outro
"Hey,
song.
Christ-like."
What's the last song? It's the one with the saxophone at the end. I mean, yes, it was underdeveloped.
Bro, he put Kenny G on that album. I
Yes!
was like, no.
You have no-
That was so cliche.
You got no respect for the Kenny fucking G, bro.
No, I thought it was embarrassing.
Kenny.
Dude, he hits the Kenny G
Kenny
solo
G,
and then
bro.
comes back to the beat with the hard ass drums. The only thing that pissed me off about that song is he didn't use the drums in the rest of the
It
song.
was garbage to me. I'm sorry.
I love that song.
I think that album.
And it has the car
Should
beeper.
just-
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah, it was
ding,
so
ding,
fucking
ding,
annoying.
ding, 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 ding.
For
I
the
love
whole
that.
5 minutes, it's like a car's open. I'm like,
That's so hard, bro. I love that.
I got nothing from it, bro.
I don't have too much positive to say about Jesus.
Yeah,
is
I think
King.
that album was conservatively his worst album.
Oh, it's his worst album.
And added my most
Conservatively.
aggressive stance, that album should have gotten him imprisoned. It's terrible. No, it's fucking. It was awful, dude. It was so
He said
bad.
aggressively. That's definitely.
That was
Okay, so
bad.
what did you
Throw
think
him
of
in jail for
Sunday
fucking bad
It was so
music.
bad we should have thrown him in jail
Oh my
for
God.
it.
Sunday Service Choir album?
That was way
Opinions?
better than Jesus is King.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that was incredible.
That album was great.
That was great.
It was real
Not
good
one that I
gospel
return
music.
to much, but it's one that when I do, it's really.
You know, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not, big on the whole religion shit for the most part, but the gospel music, oh my God.
is some of the best music.
I remember
there is.
after I would wake up in the mornings and be coming home from John Will's house all the time after getting, debaucherous the night before, and I'd just be listening to gospel music on my way home on Sunday morning. They'd be playing it on the radio, and I'd feel good about myself.
Well, there's certain
Turn it around a
gospel
little
music.
bit.
We have to be very specific. When you talk about gospel music, it's not the guys on stage with the guitar saying "I love you, Jesus"
Yeah,
and
no,
strumming
no,
the guitar. It is gospel music.
full gospel music.
Gospel music is totally
Yeah.
different than church music.
Not Jesus plus one on the
Yeah,
stage.
That's,
Yeah, like,
that's
yeah,
like contemporary.
exactly.
You're talking about like contemporary Christian.
Jesus.
that stuff
that
that is
stuff's
not
rough.
gospel.
That's
No.
tough to listen
Yeah,
to.
That's beyond
That's
tough,
tough.
for me. Like it hurts me to listen to it.
It's like, what did they say in King of the Hill? He's like, you're not making rock music better. You're not making Christian rock better. You're just making rock music worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Is there any Miller Lights left in there?
I don't think so.
Oh, you
Man.
boys should. Good thing
Well,
the podcast
we got
is
about
getting close.
20-30 left in this. And
20-30
I need
left. That's
another
all.
whiskey.
That's all you need, boys. That's all you need.
Well, I had a point with Kanye, and I can't fucking remember what it was. It had to do with Yeezus.
Oh, fuck it. You wanna switch it? We had more. What?
Oh yeah,
we
I got
we
two
had a
things.
story.
I got two things I'd like to talk about. You
Well,
guys can
it's
pick
something
which
that
one
we
you'd
really
like
wanted
me
to talk about earlier, but we didn't get to it. We didn't segue enough to it.
Which one?
Well, I think we should end with the football story. And then
football. Oh, end with football.
Yeah,
end with the football
story.
And we'll do Florida Man. We gotta do Florida Man.
No, sure.
Florida Man's our thing.
But you want to hear my
my
experiences with Walmart?
So
Oh God.
there's a thing of being a young man in America.
This has been a debaucherous episode.
It has. So it's matching the theme.
It's perfect. It's exactly what I need in my life.
Yes, sir. But
So-
silly surprises.
So there's a thing with being a young guy in America that like you got to do some fuck shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's easy when you're a young white man.
The
You can get
first
away
thing-
with all of it.
So a thing that happens
Jesus
in
Christ.
young guys a lot is shoplifting.
Oh my
And-
God.
And I gotta say, my first experience with shoplifting
What's
was
wrong with y'all?
fucked up. Like I think I was like 10 or 11.
You were shoplifting at 10 years old?
Yeah, at the local
We gotta
local
make
mart.
statute of
Oh,
limit.
no,
You did
you don't
not.
You don't steal from mom and pops,
Dude,
bro.
those
You only
are-
steal from Walmart.
Trust me, I know. I feel bad about it. Well,
God.
once you hear the story, you'll understand I didn't end up stealing it.
He just accidentally took it and put it in his
Okay,
pocket.
so we
I mean,
went
I
in.
think everybody...
Kids do that.
Yeah,
Kids do
when
that.
I was a
Like-
kid, I stole one thing one time, and I felt so
It's always
bad.
it's normally by accident.
I felt...
like,
No, mine was on purpose.
Oh, yours
but
was
I
on
felt
purpose?
very bad. I
Mine
felt so
initially was on purpose. So I went to the back and got a sun-kissed. I really wanted a sun-kissed.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the money to get one. But I was
Oh.
like,
Classic.
it was on the weekend of the festival in our local town. And I walked in there and I was like, I could really just fucking swipe this. And I was like, God, I'd be so cool. So I had these jeans on. I was in my skater phase, so I had the baggy jeans.
Yes, sir.
So
Everybody
I
loves
threw
it.
the sun-kissed down my pants, in my pant leg.
Genius.
Genius, I know. As I'm walking around, I'm walking with the boys, and they're looking at the shelves. It's slowly moving down my pant leg, and I can tell. And it's slowly, slowly, slowly moving down. And as we get up to the counter, the aisle behind, I'm like, all right, I need to get this out. I need to fucking reposition. And I go to reposition, and then that aisle just gets swamped with people. And I'm like, all right, well, now I have to buy this sun-kiss that was rubbed up against my fucking nuts. And so I paid for it.
Oh, so you didn't even take it?
I didn't take it. I
He
tried.
tried to.
I tried.
Oh,
He tried to.
Not to say I haven't shoplifted things. I'm still a terrible human being.
Oh, my God.
But
I don't think there's anything
Once
wrong
I
with
became...
shoplifting.
once I had...
he said I don't think there's anything wrong with shoplifting.
Oh, my God.
I have zero remorse.
Title of the podcast.
Nothing
Is
wrong
shoplifting
with
that bad?
Nothing wrong with shoplifting.
I don't know.
No. Let me rephrase. It's
stealing.
There's I don't think
It's like,
shoplifting
I don't-
from a big business
No,
isn't that big
right
of a
from
deal.
Walmart, it's
you're stealing from,
theoretically
like,
different.
From like a small little like mom and pop place,
Right,
like
but the
that,
act is
that's
still
a little
the same.
Like,
in
no,
the
it's
moral,
not.
I
No,
know
it's
it's
not.
not because the
Yeah,
moral
man.
implications aren't the same. But to me,
All the shit that I've stolen from Walmart, I feel no pity at all. If I would have stolen that much shit from like
well, this
a
was all
local
5
gas
years
station,
ago.
I don't
This
think
was
I
all-
would have felt
this was
terrible.
All, this was all 5 years ago.
I haven't
Statute of
stolen
limitations.
I have
all.
not stolen anything in well over 5 years.
Why?
But everything
It's
I've
been a minute
stolen,
since I've
everything
stolen
I've
some stuff.
shoplifted was from Walmart.
yeah,
I've never
yeah.
shoplifted from any other
Is
location.
it just easy at Walmart
yeah.
or something?
yeah.
What? Come
beyond
on.
easy?
So let me tell you a story. I had a couple of friends whenever I was in school, and they really like stealing things. And,
Those boys,
Those
let's
boys-
just fucking dox them.
Those boys-
Those boys.
those boys really like stealing shit, and neither of them had a car freshman year, so they had me drive them.
Why didn't they steal one, you fucking idiot? Yeah, they're such great thieves. Why not do it in the real world? You don't do it at Walmart.
Just fucking
that's
take
so-
one, bro. Just take one.
You want to impress me? Go steal a fucking car, you junkie. Bro, get the fuck out of here. You're a klepto friend stealing shit at Walmart. Get the fuck out of
No,
here,
bro, I
bro.
swear to God, though, they would have me driving to Walmart like 2 times a week.
Oh my God.
Well, the thing is, there was one close to campus, but they had me take them to the further one out because the one close to campus, they'd always steal a bunch of liquor bottles, and the one closer to campus had a bunch of cameras in the liquor aisle. So the one that was further away didn't. So that was one we'd always go to, and this guy, he knew how to sew. So he literally took like a coat and sewed pockets that were like 5th bottle sized in this coat. And what he would do is he'd have a t-shirt on, he'd have a jacket on.
That's excessive to go shoplift. And
Bro.
then to go boost a bottle from Walmart, you're going to fucking sew a pocket and a jacket?
They did it to make money because they sold the bottles to other freshmen. And I shit you not.
Who were 21 years old.
Yeah.
21-year-old freshmen.
21-year-old
I guess that's why they needed to shoplift booze at Walmart. For fuck's sakes. You know many 21-year-old college freshmen?
But he would tuck in his jacket. He would tuck in his jacket into his pants, and then he'd put that coat on over the top. And he would steal, I shit you not, about 13 bottles at a time.
How does he fit 13 bottles in there?
He would put them
He's
down.
got a clown car of liquor.
He would put some of the bottles like in his shirt that's tucked in. So it would be like propped up on his
So he looks like a fat motherfucker, but it's really just he's got fifths.
They were 2 skinny guys, and they would be walking out fat as shit because like they would. I seen him do it once. He put like 4 bottles down his shirt. They were just like on his waistband, and then he would fit about like 7 or 8 bottles in this coat.
So does he buy something like a candy bar or something, or does he just walk
Yeah.
out the fucking store?
Yeah. They would get they would go to the self checkout and buy like something that was like $1, and so then like nobody really cared. There was one time where I was buying something, I was with them because the other guy couldn't make it, so I was helping him, and
So you say you were helping him? What were you doing? Did you have him in your shirt?
No. I was making sure nobody was gonna walk. I was gonna tell him if someone was about to walk down the aisle. So we would watch and make sure nobody. Well, you see two.
He's like, oh, I was just the lookout.
You see two
I was
19-year-olds. Well, the thing is though,
21-year-olds.
21-year-olds. Whenever we were there, the person was behind us. Literally, they went up and started like she came up and was talking to me, and then he like adjusted something kind of, and the bottles clinked together, like really loud, and the woman kind of like paused mid sentence for a second. And then just continued on. So that was the closest that they ever actually got caught to stealing shit. But thing is, I wasn't involved with this part, but these guys would literally go to the local mall. I guess I kind of was involved. I drove them, but like, but they were like,
you were involved.
You were the getaway car.
I didn't even.
You're like, oh, I just picked him up and took him home, and they didn't pay me. I came along for free.
No, they give me liquor for free.
So that is a pay to compass.
No.
Well, at 18, we're over the age statute of limitations.
This was a long time ago.
We're good.
Yeah,
we're clear now. We're clear.
But no, I shit you not. I took him to Dillard's one time. And,
what were you boosting from Dillard's?
There's no liquor at Dillard's.
All they said was, hey, we need you to drive us to the mall real quick. You ain't gotta come in. We just need you to drive us. And I was like, okay.
We're gonna steal some Ralph
They're like,
Lauren.
we'll give you a couple bottles. I was like, okay. And
that's the fucking payment for a college kid. A
I
couple
was
bottles.
I was just chilling out in my car, and they come back. They're like, you need to go. And they were wearing different clothes than what they went in with.
Are you serious?
And I was like, okay. And so I pulled out, and I was like, what'd you guys even steal? Because I didn't realize they were wearing different clothes. They're like, they stole the entire outfit that they were wearing.
The threads on my body.
Wakes up and is like, I'm gonna go steal a new look.
Apparently what they did was they just wore like their shittiest clothes that they had and just left them in the changing room, and then they just took untagged, even shoes. They took their shoes with them, but they put them in their pockets, or they put them down their pants or something where they couldn't see it. But they literally both of them stole whole outfits.
That's kind of hilarious. I won't lie. Who does that? Who does that?
Those guys were nuts.
That's insane.
White guys, that's who does that.
That was an interesting time in college.
I love white people. They say we have no culture, but we love to steal things from other people.
We love to steal things and punch holes in drywall. That's our callings.
Stealing things from other people who have the things that we want, that's what white people are best at.
We've been doing
We're
it for
great
years.
at it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit of history to that.
Well, like all of Latin America and South America.
Bro, we shoplifted this
And
whole
North
fucking
America, for the
island
record.
that we call our country.
Yeah. We came over here, we're like, so where's the changing room? Like,
I'm a business cunt. Well, so you said you did this in college?
Yeah.
college.
So you ever heard about the guy, Manti Te'o out there at Notre Dame?
Speaking of colleges.
Speaking of college,
Dude,
new doc came out on Netflix.
that documentary made me feel so bad for all the jokes I made about Manti Te'o.
I'll never feel bad for a fucking second of it.
No.
You gotta watch it then, because like,
Bro, there's
dude,
no way I'm gonna feel bad for him.
dude, the
He
thing,
was kneeling on the field crying and shit, bro.
well, thing is,
Never
nobody
even
got
mattered.
catfish back then as often. That was in 2009. That was
Yeah,
a
but he
whole
didn't
brand
know
new-
she existed. He had no
He never
proof.
even met her.
He had
He
no
had-
proof she existed.
He had phone calls. This dude, the
phone
dude that was
calls.
calling, like talking to him on the phone. First of all, sounded
Isn't it it's a transgender woman?
yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Transgender
It-
woman.
Yeah, they're a woman now, but like at the time, he was still a guy.
Okay.
And but he literally would act like he was passing around the phone to family members and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who
And-
falls for that. That's insane.
Manti Te'o does.
That's insane.
Dude,
How does this? How
Notre
how
Dame
you're like-
education, baby.
dude,
Because wouldn't
he even
they
like talked
wanna-
to he even talked to Manti's parents on the phone, like in the girl voice. I shit you not. I shit you not.
bro?
So his
They
whole
were-
family's fucking stupid.
Why would
dude.
why would he publicize any of this?
Todd,
You've never met her,
Dude.
You've never even touched her.
The
She's
be-
not your
the-
girlfriend.
The best part of the documentary was they actually had
She's
the
like-
woman that catfished him, like, talk a lot in the documentary. There's two
Oh my
episodes.
God, she's in it?
I've
A
gotta
lot.
watch it.
A
I've gotta
lot.
watch it.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
I want to kick this bitch in the face so hard because
I'm sure she
half
deserves
of it,
a good teeth
half of
kick,
it,
bro.
half of
That's
it,
terrible.
Half
but-
of it, she's talking about how hard it was for her, and she was
Oh.
like,
Victim.
this is where things started going bad for me. And like saying shit like that.
I
was like,
bet,
I was
bitch.
like,
Yeah,
no
I bet.
fucking
That's
shit.
insane.
Are you really gonna do some shit like that? Apparently, she pretended that she was on life support for like
Yeah.
3 months, something like that.
Oh,
Like,
she drew it the fuck out.
Because
They-
didn't she have her sister? Well, okay, not legitimately, but she had her sister texting Manti Te'o while his
Yes.
supposed
Yeah.
girlfriend was on life support.
talk to
Yeah.
him on the phone, and Manti Te'o was even talking about. He was saying like whenever he was talking to her, whenever she was in the hospital, like he could even hear like the beeps and she had beeps playing in the background that sounded like a heart monitor, and like she would just breathe into the phone, saying that it was the incapacitated girlfriend. I shit you not. I shit you not. I shit you not.
You're not helping your case
No,
of like
you're not.
feeling
I'm
bad
saying,
for him.
I'm saying how fucking insane
fucking-
this
bro.
individual
How dumb
is.
is this fucking guy that's like, oh, that breath, that's my girlfriend. I know my
Like,
girlfriend's
and
breath.
it's like,
Bro.
like I feel bad for him, but he's a fucking clayhead, bro.
Like, no, I
Jesus
get,
Christ.
I get it.
Clayhead.
Bro, his
It
two
should
brain
not-
cells
he-
after football that are left are up there kicking each other in the dick and seeing who's left, bro.
He
Like,
should not have
Jesus.
let it go that far. Like, I don't understand you could ever go that far with a bitch that you've never seen before. Don't get me wrong.
That's
Don't get me
insane.
wrong. I understand the insanity of
That's
it.
insane,
But
dude.
I still feel bad for him because it pretty much fucked up his entire pro career. Like,
Sorry.
it did.
Whoops! Don't be
No,
That's
stupid.
tough,
I'm
bro.
just saying,
Character
I'm just saying.
concerns ruin
You know
careers
they make
all the
a whole
time.
show about this called Cheaters.
Oh. God, I love Cheaters. It is easily my favorite show on television.
But Catfish. So there was a show called Catfish.
Catfished is another good one.
Catfish, I never really got behind that show. I thought it was kind of dumb.
Manti Te'o.
He really got into Catfish.
He was the
should-
catfish.
he should-
No
Oh,
trout,
the
no
catfish.
tilapia.
No.
He's only a catfish
No,
type
no,
of guy.
they need to
Catfish.
reboot Catfish, but have him be the host that
Oh,
stops other catfishes,
My
right?
God.
Tell me that wouldn't be a fucking great idea for
I
a
think
show.
that's incredible.
I would never
idea.
watch it. I can't take the man seriously.
Oh no, me neither. That's why you would watch it to like be like, oh, you know, he's
Look at this fucking guy.
like, oh, it happened to me, and I won't let it happen to anybody else. He's like,
never,
Shit
never.
ends here.
God,
this shit ends here,
How
man.
does he fucking fall for that?
I don't know.
I
It's
need
brutal.
to watch it. I really
you have
need
to watch it.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
only
gonna
explain
watch
it
it
so
for sure.
forward, but I don't think I'm going to change your mind. And honestly, the documentary might not change your mind either. But I do hate that is what fucked him up, because like he was so fucking good in college. Because I loved watching him play in college. I remember watching him play in college.
Yeah, he was great.
And I was really excited when he went to the league, or he was going to the league. Obviously, I was very young in 2000. Not very young, but like I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand all that shit to the degree that it was back then. I just like, oh man, he sucks now. Like that was the thought process. But like looking back, he would have been so fucking good, or he could have been so fucking good if just like all that press didn't fuck him up like that.
Oh, he had a circus around him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was national news. People that didn't watch football didn't know who Manti Te'o was.
I just don't like the publicity. Like it was just.
It made no sense how big it was.
Well,
was
the
a
publicity
lot
he
of
did to
time.
himself.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a Jesse Smollett situation where he like set it up or something.
no,
like
it was
he
like-
legitimately got catfished.
Yeah.
Like, which is just, it's crazy. Like, I just don't understand how you can be a grown man. And, like, he was where? University of... Notre Dame, right? He could find a girl any minute that he wanted to in person.
But he wanted the man on the other end.
Well, the thing is, though, one of the big
More
things
power to him.
one of the things he was bringing up in the documentary and stuff was like he was from Hawaii,
Yeah.
so obviously moving from Hawaii to northern Indiana, that's a pretty fucking significant difference.
Indiana sucks.
So that was
That's a couple feet.
That was one of the big things like he was saying that he was having issues with, was like he obviously there's not a whole lot of Hawaiians running around in Indiana, so it's like he didn't like
Aloha.
It wasn't what he was. It was so far from what he was used to, and
So he hooks
the
up with this girl over a phone.
He
across
says-
the
Yeah,
phone.
because
He said,
because
"Oh, you're from Hawaii? Mahalo."
because the picture of the girl, she was Polynesian, so like it and they had a lot of the same like beliefs and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
but
it felt like
what did she give him to make him believe that this was true?
Nothing.
phone calls, I guess. Like,
That's not. But like, tangibly speaking, that is
speaking
nothing.
to family members.
That is
like,
nothing.
No cap.
That's insane.
2009 Skype was a major thing at that.
Yeah,
time.
it was
You're telling me
huge.
they never Skyped?
I don't know.
Never Skyped.
Exactly,
The
bro.
man's at Notre Dame, a very
Dude,
prestigious school with a big tech
if
school.
he's a D1 football player and his girlfriend's on life support, I guarantee Notre Dame would have flown his ass out there.
Yeah, 100%.
They do that shit all the time to make their recruits feel better.
100%.
They
Like,
give them crazy special treatment, dude. The whole situation is just so weird to me.
it's weird that anybody would fall
Weird.
for it. To me,
It's so
Like,
weird.
I don't.
Well, you still
And I
gotta
feel
think, though, shit was
bad,
like,
but it's
it was like
just-
12 years or how what
I
13
know.
years ago.
But the whole thing around then, like
all that shit was still
all our
brand
parents
new.
always told us, they were like, don't trust anybody on the internet, which is fucking ironic now, considering, we don't need to go into it, but
Yeah.
with the Facebooks and
With your damn Facebooks and Twitters.
Yeah,
bro.
Facebook
Well,
used to be the devil. Now
any-
it's like senior citizens fucking way out.
right. Anyway, sucks for
So-
Manti Te'o, huh?
Manti Te'o was.
He was a.
He's the reason that down bad is a fucking phrase
Well,
now. That man was down bad.
Speaking of down bad, I know is a state where some people get pretty down bad pretty regularly.
I know
It's this
certain
little.
fella.
It's this little boot down on the
certain fella.
southeast corner of the old America.
Certain fella named
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man. Oh man, Florida man tries hiding half a pound of meth under cop car. All right, this is one I really want to
Yeah,
look
we gotta
into.
see this one.
So, body cam video showed a responding deputy tell Lee Sandberg that she needed to get her
there's video.
written warning. Oh, is this a video?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Give me
yeah.
that. Give me
Let's
that.
see.
Give me that.
Oh, he said, "Get out the car."
Wait, this bitch is rocking crystal.
She does not look.
She's off the crystal?
she's I bet she's the driver. I bet it's the.
She's the driver.
Oh, her husband's on
her
crystal.
husband's the one. Yeah.
So I think
That's a weird cop hat. That hat the cop is wearing, that's a weird hat. I've never seen a cop wear a palm tree hat.
Palm lives matter.
What the fuck? That.
Why do they have 2 pairs of handcuffs out?
Stop,
was
because
about
he's
to
resisting, obviously.
It doesn't look like he's resisting to me.
Oh, I don't know.
I
really
don't
hard
see any
to tell.
resistance there.
He's resisting. He's resisting.
Resisting arrest. Bullets. Let him fly. Oh, they put the wife. Nice underwear.
I can tell you, it came out of you. It's all on camera.
He's like, wasn't me.
Couldn't be me.
I think we've seen all that there. Yeah. Oh.
Did she just toss
Kick
it
it
down
under,
there?
big man.
Kick it under.
Did she just toss it down there?
No, he did.
He did. He dropped it out
He
of his
dropped
pants.
it. Yeah. Well, that was great.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't get away with it. Why would they look under their own cop car?
Because he just dropped a bag that looked like dope.
There's just.
All right. What else?
Why are we stuck at the bottom here?
Well, just go to the next page. Fuck it.
Oh, I was my fucking fat ass was stuck on the space bar. Canine takes bite out of crime. Nabs Florida man recklessly fleeing. Yeah, that could happen in our state.
Click the more news. Click the more.
More news? Where?
Click the news. Yeah, there you
More
go.
news. Crashes fleeing deputies.
Tries
hiding in a swamp.
Smart.
Look
That's
at
right.
that guy.
Armless Miami man goes viral again.
Stabbing by a homeless, armless Miami man?
Wait, he's armed? How'd he stab
Wait,
somebody?
how the fuck do you?
He got no arms.
He stabbed him with
scissors on his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of
holy
fucking
shit.
awesome.
Bro, he went straight like.
Oh, see, there's a
fucking-
picture. See,
He went Bruce Lee
no,
with
that's
the fucking.
fair. Honestly, he should be allowed to do that.
Can you be that mad at him?
I know. I think he should be allowed to.
I mean, he's missing arms. You gotta get. Look how low his ears are.
Well,
Do you all? I feel like his ears should be right here.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like he's got more problems than.
So like,
his
if you
ears
feel
are-
like if
His
you
ear
feel your jaw,
location.
feel your jaw. That's how far off my ears are from my jaw.
yeah.
His jaw is lined up with his earlobe.
Well, that's
I mean, that's the least of his worries in
it's
this
the least of his
situation.
worry.
But
What else Florida man up to?
Canine takes bite out of crime. Nabs Florida
boring,
man
it happens
recklessly
everywhere.
fleeing from
Hey, good boy.
officers in stolen. Whoa, stolen car. Oh, I thought it was stolen cop car. College student
Oh,
is slain in a national park by a woman pretending to be a stranded motorist.
The Florida Man Thunderdome.
What?
Politics.
I want to know what this guy says.
Oh,
Accused voter fraud speaks out.
yeah, he was
Look at him.
he was one of the
Governor DeSantis announced more than a dozen people in South Florida were arrested for voter fraud.
I want to see what this guy has to say.
they were former felons. They told them they could vote and then arrested them when they did.
Legally. NBC6 reporter Keibler spoke to him and Steve.
Oh, Miami-Dade County is like the hot zone for Florida man.
Juwan, he has a criminal history. He didn't know that it was going to be a problem in this process. Live tonight at the Joseph Caleb Community Center here in the community of Brownsville, Juwan, and this is a pretty hot spot for early voting. We did tell you yesterday how the state's new Office of Election over his arrest for voter fraud.
Is it him?
From him, they sent it here to my house. The mailman brought it and he put it in the box.
I feel bad for him.
He's talking.
I feel
Wait,
bad
what?
for him, bro. They fucking told him he could vote, and then they're arresting him when he does.
Guilty of murder or sex crimes can never have their voting rights restored.
Which is bullshit.
I really feel like anybody should vote.
Everybody should be able
Yeah, I
to
did
vote.
not know that.
You didn't know
If you're a
felons couldn't vote?
Felons
Yeah, I
cannot
didn't know
vote.
Felons cannot vote.
Right. They still have
And you
to
get
pay.
arrested if
they
you
still,
try to vote.
Yeah, you do, and you still have to pay taxes. No taxation without representation, baby.
Sorry, I fucked up. I fucking closed the damn Google
Oh
Chrome
no,
window.
fuck it. It's all good.
Hey, what,
Flow
are we looking at right now? We want to try to find a better one to end it on?
Yeah, we're trying
that's
to get
not a
it
good one to
better.
end on.
Click the news tab. It says
I'm about to go to the Reddit.
no. Oh yeah, there you go.
You know what
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
gonna
Do the Reddit.
No,
no. The Reddit's gonna be the best because
I was gonna go to r/trashy.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. That is actually trashy.
Gets 10-year sentence and $1.8 million console. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Arrested
Next.
twice during 36 pounds of pot found. I hate the word pot. Can we talk about that?
I haven't
hate
heard
the
anyone
word
refer
pot.
to it as pot in a
Let's see.
long time.
Florida man thankful to be alive after his head ended up in 12-foot gator's mouth.
Where the fuck is that?
It's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom. Now this is a good one right here.
Now we're talking. This is a Florida man.
What happened to old Florida man?
Oh,
Damn.
Jesus.
If people want to see this in any other way than a legit miracle, it's silly of you.
Oh my God.
He's got a slick mustache.
Yeah, he had a great
does have a
mustache.
mustache. A good
Damn, what?
mustache.
Fuck, leave it to a gator to ruin a good mustache. Oh, man.
He looks like Luffy, bro.
Huge. It wasn't a little gator. It would be funny if it was a little gator.
2 weeks ago.
Holy
Damn,
shit.
bro.
12 feet? That's a massive gator.
His friend shooting from above. Little did he know he would capture this. An estimated 12-foot alligator headed straight for JC.
What the f-
All I felt was scales, teeth, and then right there I'm like, oh, okay. So, what I think I did, what I felt like I did, was that I immediately tried to open its jaws, because I knew I wasn't a gator.
Call it instinct, luck, or a higher intervention. JC put his hand in the alligator's mouth, and the two struggled.
When I felt the teeth, I immediately knew, and then as I opened it, I know that either
Who the fuck
Okay,
got
who
him
sent him that
alligator
fucking balloon?
Who the
Who
fuck
sent him
did
the
that shit?
balloon?
Why the hell would
Why
you
would
give
you
him
do
that?
that?
That is the perfect one to end on right there.
Oh my.
Florida is another place. It's a different world,
Why
man.
the
Florida is an
Florida's a
inhuman
different world.
location.
I make a promise to all of you that if you were to get mauled by a gator, I would send you a gator balloon.
If I get mauled by anything,
Yeah,
I want
and
you
I
to
hope
send
you
me a
would-
balloon.
Oh, any, also, you know, a
Yeah.
bear. We have,
Bear
I mean,
even, yeah.
we have
Give
had
me a teddy
bears
bear,
around
dude.
here. We
Give me a
have
teddy
had bears
bear.
around here. We do have mountain lions around here on rare occasions. So
I'm
if
at a
either-
loss for words
if
on
any
that
of those
balloon.
maul you, yeah, no.
That balloon fucks me up. Like, why in
Like,
the
oh,
fuck?
he'll look-
Who
Who
thinks
would
that's
do
a
that?
good idea?
Who would do that?
They ought to do it like Happy
What a-
Gilmore. Someone should find that alligator.
Okay,
cut its head
apparently
off
they
and
were
give
okay
to
with
him.
it because they posed him in a picture with it.
Wow. You know, what a great podcast.
This has been
let's get the
SchmutzCast.
fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, bro, this has been a debaucherous podcast today.
You are.
Brandon Keibler.
Hey, also don't forget we got Thomas Filmer and Wyatt Shirley coming here in the
Oh
next
yeah,
couple
let's
weeks.
Yeah, we got some people
let's
coming.
talk about that for a
We got
second.
I wanted
people
to
coming.
I wanted to shout out their podcast too. They got a podcast called The Modern Epilogue where they talk about a lot of
That's a great
movies and
name.
That is a
shows.
wonderful
Yeah.
name. Go
That's a
check
I wanna
them
great
out.
shout them
name.
out. Check out Modern Epilogue.
That's
Modern
who this
Epilogue.
episode was sponsored by, the Modern Epilogue podcast.
We've got a hot lineup here coming soon. Spencer Cornwell next week, hot off the presses. We're gonna have a really fun one next week.
Nice.
We're gonna do. I'm
did
gonna
you
look up the top 10 thought experiments. That includes Rocco's basilisk that we've talked about before and never gotten into. So that's going to be exciting. He's really good with that kind of stuff. Super smart guy. Super excited to have him on. Can't wait for you, Spencer. Thanks for the question. Questions can be sent to the pod through the Schmutz Collective .godaddysites.com. They took my domain from me. Fuck them. Fuck GoDaddy. Fuck them all. You took enough of my money, bitches.
Go daddy, more like no daddy.
No, daddy. No.
Yeah.
All right, so we had Spencer Cornwell next week. Week after, we got Thomas Filmer. And week after, we got Wyatt Shirley. Thomas Filmer, Wyatt Shirley, The Modern Epilogue.
the boys of
Go
The Modern
check that
Epilogue.
out.
Go check it out.
Great pod. Can't wait to have them on here to see what they have to say. And go check out my YouTube channel. This week, I took a little hiatus to do a little marketing on TikTok, Instagram, and what have you. Some Reddit stuff there. Be ready. I'm going to have a Mario-themed YouTube video this week. It's going to be a really fun one. Talking about the reason that Mario is more powerful than Superman.
You talking about that dumbass Italian plumber?
Dumbass. The man is an MLB star. He plays in he could wreck anybody in any soccer league. He is proven to take out anybody in the NBA.
Hold on now. Save it for the video.
Save it for the video.
You'll see it this week.
Yeah.
With that being said, this is SchmutzCast episode 4. Thanks for watching. It was great. You are.
I'm Brandon Keibler.
With Funhouse Emporium, streaming now. Go check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer.
It's literally on everything. So,
It's on everything.
It's on TikTok. You know, I know you people
on
love
TikTok.
the TikTok. So
Go check it out.
The TikToks.
My man's.
yeah, who are you?
Oh, I'm Jordan Warren.
Oh, thanks.
Coming soon.
EP 500 coming soon.
Woo.
I'm gonna start posting some shit. I got my
Hot off the presses.
I got my Instagram fixed. I got it's Jordan.Warner now rather than the name and all the other shit that I had on there with numbers and stuff. So
Very
I finally
nice.
got my name.
You know what that means, audience? Deep dive coming soon. 2 episodes in a week. You know everybody loves that.
Everybody loves
A
that.
double episode week. We love that.
Double trouble like
I'm
Team
hoping it's
Rocket.
not too far out. It shouldn't be too far out, but it'll at least be before the end of the year. I got a little bit more headway this week and working on it, so it's coming along.
Good deal. I am LT with Papa Schmutz, the Schmutz Collective. My mans, we'll have John Will back here next week with our guest.
We'll see.
We'll see. Depends
Maybe.
if he takes an impromptu trip.
Might go back
we
to
love him.
Nashville.
We love him to death. We couldn't do this without him, even if he's not here. Schmutz Gaming on YouTube. New video coming soon, like I said. TikTok's getting fire. It's coming in hot. Instagram, we're going to be coming up soon with a SchmutzCast Instagram. Going to be promoting a lot of our shit, including SchmutzCast, including Deep Dive, including all of the music made by anybody that's on SchmutzCast or any content made by somebody on SchmutzCast. And this has been SchmutzCast, episode 4. Thanks for chilling with us. We'll see you next week. Peace.